Welcome to the Planescape, where good and evil clash, where law and order maintain their delicate balance, the battleground for gods and monsters. Many heroes have written their legends in the stars of the astral sea, but these are not their stories. The Per Aspera and her crew, Kyana, Finbar, Virla, and Dani, may not be the stuff of legends yet, but they're definitely rolling with difficulty.
Please cut that. Hello, and welcome to a little planes hopping D&D campaign, folks. My name is Austin, your friendly neighborhood dungeon master, and as always, I am joined by my demon-devoted, doom-driven dragons. Say hello, everyone.
Rawr.
Rawr.
It's very important that chat knows that 4 out of 5 of us are wearing black tank tops.
Yes. You stole my bit where I was going to say tonight's episode brought to you by black tank tops.
Brought to you by these guns.
I am the one dissenter, and I'm okay with that.
That's okay. You have a pretty hip beanie, and that works.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Cool.
Hello, welcome back, everyone. This is episode 9 of season 2, which is insane. We're nearly at the end, and things can only get better from here. Thank you all for returning.
Yeah, right?
And I believe everyone's like, what is Austin going to do to us tonight? Nothing, I promise. I promise.
Press
I
X to
promise.
doubt.
So, I believe that we have no sponsors this week, correct?
No, just our continued, our merch store is still up on Redbubble if you want to get yourself some stickers or mugs or hats. The hat of bold words for someone in insect plague range is our most popular product, so if you want to be part of the horde, go for that one.
As well deserved.
Yeah,
you can
but-
be part of
Swarm, so
the
to speak.
insect plague.
But we do
Yeah,
have
exactly.
the season 1 and 2 character designs are all available as stickers, as well as some fun slogans, and of course Plug is included in those batches. My boy. So if you're interested, check those out. And otherwise, I just shout out to our we got a little fan community going on Reddit that I think recently was revived by a user. So if you want to check that out, we'll link that in the show notes this time, and go see what they got going there. There's some show notes stuff. It's fun. It's good stuff. This is an awful plug. I'm so sorry, but it is very cool and very sweet that you guys are that invested in the show. So go check it out. But
We
anyway,
gotta do that merch for workers of the Planescape Unite.
That's-
It's too good of a design.
make a pin for it.
It's a good thought.
Yeah.
Yeah,
seriously
but in
though,
that
we love seeing all your engagement online, YouTube comments, and on the Reddit, and all these places. It's so much fun to read. So please,
yes.
please
So
feel
with
free
that,
to
I'm
interact
gonna
with other
fold up
people
my
on the
little
internet.
note sheet into an airplane and just whoosh send it back over to Austin so that we can start this show, get the show on the road, as it were.
Good bit.
Thanks.
Well,
That was
then
cute,
I guess
yeah, I
with
like
no further
Classic bad
ado,
boy behavior.
hey, that joke's not even gonna make
No.
sense this many weeks from now.
That's what
let
you
us
think.
return to the adventures of the crew of the Per Aspera.
Woo.
When last we left our heroes, the sweet taste of victory. You guys, on the behest of Elise and, some of your own desire to seek vengeance, tracked down the being that had gone by the name of Zadiko, the dread Malicibrius, the great Topaz dragon, who had been the cause of many ails this season. Tracked him to the Shadowfell, fought in a horrible, desaturated environment, had many close calls with death, which is now nothing new to the crew, but regardless, emerged both victorious and fabulously wealthy, it turns out. Did y'all know every Topaz is worth 500 gold pieces in D&D? Because I
Could have
did.
guessed
But,
because they were huge, because they came from a dragon, and you were like, "There's 7 of them."
Yeah, but I was
"Don't
like,
say
you
anything,
know."
don't say anything.
oh my
a lot
god,
of gold.
you got more than
Yeah.
that. Anyway, as well as the Horde, you guys walked away with myriad magic items and plans.
Yes.
And
Hell yeah.
formed some relationships, formed some good interpersonal stuff happened maybe, and you guys find yourself with a much needed, much earned respite. 1 week we will pick up with our adventurers. So if there's anything you would like to do during that week, anyone you would like to visit, any plans you would like to undertake, any magic items you would like to equip from the list of things that I read out at the end of last session, please
We have a list.
feel free to let me know what's going
Yes.
And we have, in fact,
Okay.
in that time, identified them. So if you would like, I can read out the names of the objects our party has. And we did take some of the time between episodes to divvy it up. We will tell you who has what. but we figured we'd spare you the haggling session that ensued immediately following the end of last week's recording.
Only for those of you who are concerned with material possessions.
Yes, well,
there wasn't much
the
of this
rest of you
pile for
guys
me
just-
anyway.
y'all-
being
y'all just
concerned with
skip
material
ahead.
possessions did, I believe, go home with a periapt of health. There was also a spell book made of skin, which is a Librum of Lost Souls that Virla now has in his possession. The Manual of Bodily Health is in our dear friend Kyana, No Material Possessions possession.
It's a book. It doesn't count.
Dani has a Topaz Dragon Scale and the Anarch Orb, I think is how you say that.
The Anarch Sphere, but yes.
Orb. And I wrote orb on the sticky note a week ago.
Tis an orb.
The
It's an
sticky note.
orb.
Are you going to argue with the sticky note, Austin?
How dare you argue? It's hot pink and everything.
I have an Excel sheet that says otherwise.
I don't know. I think this highly organized piece of sticky note.
Oh, it's a
I'll
nightmare.
post a picture later. There's a piece of glass-like ore, the Arendar ore, which I believe we gave to Finbar, correct?
Yes.
A potion of maximum power, which I think also was in Finbar's possession, or did that go to someone else?
I think
I
Virla
have
took
it.
that.
It's for a spellcaster.
Then
so.
Virla
that's
has
right,
that,
yes.
because if I don't, that means
Yes.
it's Virla. There is a arrow of dragon slaying that Dani took, and yeah, that's it. That's all our ish, and also so
What
much
about our gold?
so much
What about our
gold.
moolah?
Our
Lots of
money.
gold.
In very on-brand fashion, I did not write down how much money we made.
I was about to read off. You collected, we rolled some dice to see how many topaz, as well as did you mark off that you have the one topaz that is still glowing
Yeah.
with energy, Dani?
Yes.
Yes.
Did you-
I believe I
can't
called
remember
that
that, sorry.
Topaz Dragon Scale, but yes, that is what that is.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, so exactly Topaz Dragon Scale. Additionally, of unenchanted, no longer psionically infused, you got 15 topazes, which totals 7,500 gold.
Okay.
Heyo.
Additionally,
Red, how much is that divided by 4?
1875.
No.
What?
1875.
Oh, 1875.
Additionally, you found in various other small coins, ingots, and gems 9,000 gold pieces from the Dragon's Hoard. So, Crew of the Per Aspera, early retirement, right?
I
think
would
the
like
show's
to
done.
Something.
go get bottle service at the nicest club in Sigil.
It's such a douche.
Well, you could, probably.
Austin, you created this beast, okay? You give us over 10,000 gold.
No, yeah, I mean, if you want to do that, we totally can. But
No.
in the meantime, let's begin. Yeah, Dani had a long list. So, Dani, let's start with
Yes.
something from your list.
Before we do something from my list, can we just divvy up that gold? Because I have been forgetting to write down how much gold
Oh.
Dani has all season, and I've
Yeah,
had 300
that's
gold piece for like 10
2,200
episodes.
2,250 gold to each of us.
Nice.
And then
Unless Elise wants some,
1,875.
actually. Wait.
Oh, yeah, should we, should we give you
I
a
actually
high
should
five?
probably give some to Elise. None of the magic items really fit her, but the gold
fine with
pieces
divvying
might
it
go
by
well.
5.
So
Okay, if we divide it by 5 instead, we each get 1,800.
Total?
Yeah, that's fine.
Total. 1,800 new gold, yeah.
All right.
And that doesn't count the cost of when we sell the topazes.
Oh.
oh, and then you have to I mean, unless someone has something specific that they're going to do with the topazes, I am happy to assume you sell them. You just trade them in for that gold.
I'm
But
cool
if
with
there's
that,
anything
unless anyone
specific
wants
you'd
to
like
use
to
them
do
for
with that
something.
many topazes,
Yep.
then
Can I just keep one?
Yeah, we can keep one.
Yeah.
Or, no, 2, in case I mess up the first time.
Oh?
I've got no objections. So
Alright.
how many topazes is that, and thus how much gold?
there were 15
1,500.
topaz total.
Okay,
So-
so,
So
13. And we're selling them at
500?
500 gold a pop.
500.
13. Okay, so that would be total 6,500 gold if we're setting aside 2. And then if we divide that up by 5, that's 1,300 additional gold for all of us.
Oh, no,
And
I'm
Elise
fine with
also gets
having my topaz be part of... Oh, are we divvying the topaz or are we divvying the gold?
And
I
we're
guess
we're
that's
divvying
fine.
the gold because it's more divisible by...
Yes.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Let's
Alright.
just stick with what we've done. We've set 2 topaz aside, give them to Virla to do what he wants, and everyone else take home 13,000 gold.
1,300.
1,300.
1,300.
No, 13,000.
Just move the decimal
Teacher, did we
over
have
just a little
homework?
bit.
I've never
There's
once claimed to be
definitely-
good at math, and I won't start now.
If any of you guys have, and going into the session and beyond, if you guys have any ideas for stuff you'd like to do with the with the
Peyton.
gold, obviously,
Peyton
let me know. But
Per Aspera,
also,
like a hot rod.
there might be some options for. I've already talked about. There's like a slot. Like you have 2 rooms. I'm considering like empty slots on the Per Aspera. One of them has become the Feywild garden, so to speak. So, I've really come up with some mechanical benefits for that. But the other one is empty, so there might be something you could put in there that would benefit one of you guys, and you could spend some gold on it and make it a room that might give you some sort of mechanical benefit. A training room for Kyana, a wizard study for Virla, I don't know, whatever the fuck Dani needs.
Dani just works in the engine room, so maybe some soundproofing, or perhaps like an extra strong reinforcement on the walls in case they get, I don't know, burned.
For some reason.
Gonna build all
Hear
the
me out.
ship out of asbestos.
You guys,
Also, for the
hear me
purposes
out.
of... oh, go ahead.
Souvenir room.
Ooh, like a
trophy
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 room.
room, Wally West
Trophy
style.
room
I
would be
love
nice.
it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Also, for the purposes of not freaking out the audience, Austin informed us after last session ended that we do have a way back out of the
Yes.
Shadowfell. We're not
Yes,
going to need to worry about that.
I didn't want to harp on it during session, but yes, there was the door opens both ways, which Virla would have known, and a mistake on the explanation of my part made that very unclear. But I should have
Yeah.
described that there was in fact a clear delineation of a circle on the stone where they entered that could be used to transport them back, shift them back, really.
So
With
we're not
all of the
stuck in
bookkeeping
salt
out of the
dust.
way, a week off, up to you guys, kind of. But Dani,
Hell
what
yeah.
would you like to do? Let's start.
I have a bit of
the
a
Dan
laundry
man.
list of things I've been putting off because we've always been in transit, and Danny's jobs tend to take a lot of focus. But I have with me the Spitfire, and I now have a Topaz Dragon Scale. And my thought process is, I've been meaning to go ahead and infuse it with the repeating shot Artificer infusion, and I'm wondering if there's a way in that process I could somehow incorporate the Topaz Dragon Scale to like get some sort of bone to that magic damage or something.
Indeed. So using the infusion, and go ahead and you're spending. Let's say that this is like the first attempt at the project. So go ahead, roll me a tools check. You're obviously going to. The infusion is going to work, and along with it, let's see what this Topaz does.
It's proficiency double plus intelligence, right?
Proficiency double plus intelligence.
Okie dokie. That is 23.
Yeah. What for the audience? What did you roll on the dice? Because you're adding.
Rolled a 13. My proficiency bonus is plus 3, so that becomes plus 6, and my int is plus 4, so I add 10 to anything I roll on the die.
Amazing. So with a
Goddamn.
bonus of 10, you spend actually. Artificer infusion is kind of old hat to you, so I'd imagine this is sort of just like a day
Yeehaw.
project where you add the infusion, and then how. Let me know. I'll tell you mechanically how it works, but for the flavor, the design, how is the scale implemented into the gem? Really, it looks like it looks like a D8 that's been pulled out, right? It's like 2 long pyramids that have been put together at the base. So if you imagine the D8 shape and then just stretch it out, that's what it looks like. So how do you implement that into your Spitfire?
I like to think, when it's like a small pistol, so I think Danny kind of is gonna make like a hand guard almost for it, so it'll make the weapon a little unbalanced. But I'm gonna stick it on the side so that when you have your hand on the trigger, it's like covering your hand, like a guard would on like a rapier or something. But it's just on the gun.
I'm thinking of the Heat Waves heat gun from specifically like the CW Flash version where it's got like the big like propane cartridge thing on the side.
Yeah.
So you are arcane engineer this into the device. Your gun goes ahead and deals necrotic damage instead of the non-magical piercing damage you've been struggling with for a long time.
Okay, wow.
So unless we fight any liches anytime soon, you should be good. Don't get any
Yeah.
ideas, Austin. It's too late. You can't change the encounter for the episode.
There's always more
I have
episodes.
2 planned. Brings out the lich.
2 liches.
Yes, but that's only the first of the things Danny would like to try and
Stranger shows
do.
up.
There
Okay.
is.
What else would Dani like to accomplish?
What else would Danny like to accomplish? Danny has a long list of stuff she's gonna eventually do to the ship, so just keep that in the back of your minds. I guess. Did I already identify the Anarch Orb?
I can't remember if you cast Identify on it. You did identify it, but it's if you'd like to research exactly what it's for, like I should say, if you want to research what it's used for, right? Because you got what it does.
Yeah.
Right. It's like it's a power source. It's a shrapnel, a shred of elemental chaos from the core elemental chaos that makes up the inner planes. And it's trapped within this sphere. So if you want to do some research, that would be like a history check.
Hell yeah.
If you want to spend time looking into it.
I'll do that. Ooh, I rolled
Go
pretty
for
good. It's a 22.
22. So let me pull up the information actually real quick. So you're going through and looking up. I assume that you converse with Virla a little bit on this. Is Dani much of a researcher?
Virla, I've got this orb. How do I find out what it does?
I do have some expertise in orbs. Yeah, I'll roll for something.
Yeah, if you guys
Roll
want to
to
go ahead,
ponder
like
the
work
orb.
together as a team, that'd be awesome. I'm
Yeah.
suddenly flashing back to the Van Helsing movie where he's like, "Here's what it does."
This is the second
I've
Van
been working on
Helsing
this for 10
reference that has
years.
been made in as many episodes, and I'm worried about us, like, as a group. It keeps coming up.
What's it for? I don't know. You don't know what it does? I didn't say that. I know what it does. I don't know what it's for. Sorry. Virla,
Is that
what'd you
when
roll
it's
for?
literally the holy hand grenade?
Yes,
Sorry,
yes,
please
it
go.
is.
Yes, it's literally the holy hand grenade. What are you
Fantastic.
at, Virla?
Is this Arcana? Is this history?
Roll a history. Oh, history or Arcana.
Okay. Neither is my investigation. Should have argued that better, but all right. That's a natural 20.
Ooh, what
There
does
you
this
go.
orb do?
I will ponder
You-
this orb.
Ponder that
Danny
orb!
is trying.
There it is.
Danny is attempting to ponder the orb. But by the way, you guys both rolled like awesome history checks, right? But
The
with a
last
little
four
bit
you
of
working
guidance,
it.
you steer her towards the correct path, which is instead of trying to figure out what the orb does, try and figure out about the ship. There's way fewer Spelljammer things out there than there are orbs in the
don't know
multiverse.
about
So
that. Is that true?
you read through and together both discover that the ship you found was probably, actually almost definitely from the description of a vessel flanked by faces, horrible stretched faces on the hulls. It's called a Chaos ship, and
Oh, God.
it is...
Glad we left that behind for Danny.
Chaos ships are spelljammers that were created in the Abyss, the plane of chaotic evil.
Abyss spell.
They are built from larval matter, which larvae are the like petitioner souls that go to the Abyss, manifest as larvae, which are like horrible, wretched worm things, and then are grown into new demons. So basically, instead, they're taken and they're built into this thing. It runs on an entropic drive, which is powered on souls, much the same that one of the what's it I'm looking for in Avernus, the Hell Bites,
Hell
right?
Rides.
Yeah, the devil rides. Much the same way the devil rides are powered on souls, these are also powered on souls. But there's no slot for it. You put other beings into the furnace and burn them, and that's how you power it.
Oh.
And then
How efficient.
Real Sweeney Todd of them.
they are steered by
processing
their
necessary.
helmsmen. These drives are steered by a ferryman, and they are used in these chaos ships. The ship made from that larval matter. The orb, specifically that you have, is the Anarch Sphere. Is a shard of the elemental chaos, which you'd already learned through Identify. But what they were specifically used for, through your research in the Abyss, was they were used with these ships to, for lack of a better word, hold them together, right? Because the Abyss, the infinite, these infinite layers of chaos are their entropy. Everything's breaking down there constantly. So anything that's there is subject to be destroyed over time, and with a ship this important, obviously you don't want that to happen. So the Anarch Spheres were harvested in order to power shielding, basically, to keep the ship from being broken apart as it flew through the Abyss. So, that's what that's for.
It powers the shielding, or it provides the shielding?
I guess you could say that it's a little bit of both. Like it could probably power a lot of stuff, but it's harvested for a reason. It provides its own. The fact that it's its own chaos, kind of like two magnets of the same polarity. It's chaos against the chaos of the Abyss. It's two magnets of the same polarity, so it sort of shields the ship. It can be very easily modified into that to protect against it being broken down as it travels, like, at high speeds through the abyss and stuff like that.
And our ship
if we
shielding
wanted to go to
currently
Limbo-
wouldn't protect us from that because it's not made for the abyss specifically.
But you could sail through the abyss easily. That's what your ship is for. But if you left your ship there without the sphere without the Anarch sphere or some sort of protection, it would break down over time. And
I'm
who
asking,
knows what
like,
else
right
could
now,
break it down
without
over
the
time.
Anarch sphere, like our current ship shielding, if we flew through any layer of the abyss, would we be okay? Or because I see two potential uses for the sphere. One is to just upgrade the ship's shielding, which I imagine is a much simpler job than the second one, which would be to find a way to retrofit it as a power source for the Devil's Ride that we have down in the hold. But since there is if going into the abyss would be a risk, then Dani would probably use this for the shielding, even though Sophia would want to use it for the motorcycle.
I mean, we don't have to decide right now. This is 1 week, and certainly retrofitting this ancient piece of tech is going to take research, probably some downtime beyond that. But, so think about it.
I had a question.
Or you can smash it the next time you're in a bad way and just,
I do really kind of wish
whatever.
I had smashed it. I know it would have fucked
Meteor
us, but it would have been
swarm.
so cool.
Just imagine planting the Anarch sphere in like some villain's lair, and then Dani just shoots it with a Spitfire.
That would be extremely cool, except I'm pretty sure it would not break with one shot.
I'll ponder
Multiple shots, all right.
for now what to do
Austin,
with
I had
it.
a question. You mentioned
Yes.
it would the ship in the abyss would break down due to entropy. My intuition is that entropy does that anyway, so it's like accelerated in the abyss.
Yeah.
The breaking
The abyss
down, okay.
is constantly churning over. Things are being killed. It's a place where power is won through strength, and that's always changing who's in charge. That's the politics of it, and the physics of it reflect much the same way. Things are constantly being broken down. There is a city on the first layer, and it is a horrible, horrible place to visit.
Shocking.
It's
So as
always being rebuilt, and it's lorded over by horrible, powerful demons. It's a fun time.
So
we'll go there next.
If we were to travel to the abyss for a short amount of time, the Per Aspera as it stands currently would be okay. But if we were in there for a prolonged period of time, perhaps if someone had walked through a portal into the abyss and we had to go on a rescue mission to find her,
That'd be dumb.
Or him.
this
Let's
Anarch
be real.
this Anarch sphere would serve us well.
So basically, you want to stage a rescue mission to get Bing back, right? Because if I
I
recall,
summoned Bing. He's right
only
here.
one thing
Bing a
went
her
through
now?
the portal, and it was
Yep.
your mind. So
You're welcome, by the way.
I believe this is what
Bing
they
was
call
destroyed in that, but has been since reconstituted because Bing is not a creature.
So I guess,
Yes.
would Limbo have a similar effect if we took Enoch up in his offer and visited them? Would we be in similar
Yeah.
trouble?
Limbo is full chaos, but it's less destructive. It's not evil. It's more ephemeral. So definitely, though, yeah, you're definitely on the right track. There are definitely ways that reality is easily shaped and changed within Limbo that this could mitigate or prevent.
yeah, I think I would like to start the process of integrating this into our ship's shielding system because it sounds like there's just a lot of stuff in the Planescape that this is usable for. I don't know. Obviously, I don't think we just slot the orb in and then it works. But like, is there any way I can go about that beginning?
Wow,
to
there's an
modify the
orb
ship's shield?
compatible outlet here. We can just blink. There it is.
Yeah,
Or the USB-C
it's a big
of the
hole
Planescape.
that was in the wall this
Exactly.
whole time. You never even realized. Plugs right in.
Insert orb.
Right here.
You know what? Definitely there can be some roles for that during this downtime, but I would like to. We've had 2 Dani things, so if there's anyone else, I'd like to open it up to you guys in the meantime. So is there anyone else has something they would like to do during this week?
Mine is easy. I have a manual of
Sure.
bodily health. I believe it takes me a week to read, right?
You have to read it within a certain amount of hours within a week, but yeah, you could definitely. It's something like if you spend like 6 hours a day or something reading, which is a
Yeah.
lot. But
Yes, it's a lot, especially since I probably did not have much exposure to books before now. But yes, I would like to do that.
you sit down and read the body of manual health. Manual of bodily health. The body
Yes.
of manual health.
Yeah.
I had to slice open this cadaver. You read through the book. That is It's actually interesting. Again, yeah, I guess I don't know how much Kyana's really been has read in the past, but first off, there's that beautiful cover with the the heart embossed in gold.
Mm-hmm.
But reading through it, it is a combination, a veritable smorgasbord, if you will, of
Tiamat's top 10 workout tricks.
poetry. yeah, it's just 10.
Number
workout
5
tricks.
will surprise you.
It's diet tips. I read the
Doctors
description.
hate her,
It's diet
and so
and
do
exercise
clerics.
tips.
Wait, actually? That's actually...
Yeah.
I thought we were joking.
No, let me see if I can get the actual description. This
yeah,
book
go with the
contains
description.
health and diet tips, and its words are charged with magic. If you spend 48 hours over a period of 6 days or fewer studying the book's contents and practicing its guidelines, your constitution score increases by 2, as does your maximum for that score. The manual then loses its magic but regains it in a century. It's literally telling me, diet tips. I've never in my life had diet tips before, because the monastery just probably had some, mostly mushroom-based food that everybody ate, and obviously there was no cuisine down there. And all the exercise tips were how to punch drow better. So it's just
Number 5 will
there's the
still
concept of
surprise you.
taking a rest day. That seems inefficient.
Magic words such as macronutrients.
Mind flayers don't believe in
Kyana
that.
just starts
What are
eating
good
5
carbs?
pieces of chicken a day. Just
Yeah.
Anyway, I was gonna say something else,
God.
but I like that better. Yeah, it's just diet and exercise tips.
Yeah.
Fantastic. I don't know how Finbar feels about this.
The reason
this new
why
restraints
I'll
on
be
his
Finbar, this doesn't sound
cuisine.
right. Is it really good to drink everything as smoothies and put greens in the smoothie?
I wouldn't trust everything
No,
in
that's
that book.
fake.
Okay. It says you can make a powder out of certain substances like egg whites and
Yeah, don't
pea?
do that.
Okay.
No.
What is...
Although it does depend on the kind of pea. Certain animals out there got some strange pea.
No,
But
I think it
that's-
means the vegetable.
Oh,
Yeah. I don't know though. It's spelled a little weird.
Inspiration.
Anyway,
Finbar.
my hit points are now up to 53, so I choose to believe that the reason why I was so comparatively wimpy was because
Yeah,
I
I was
didn't
just
know anything
malnourished.
about eating healthy. Yeah, I've just been eating nothing but cakes and delicious fried food since I left
Up
the
next,
Underdark 8 months ago.
buff Kyana, no problem.
Yeah.
Man, so you're up to 53 hit points?
I'm up to 53 hit points.
That's amazing.
Oh man, and you have a constitution of what, 14 now?
It is up to, yes, 14, a tasty +2.
Kyana be
Oh,
buff.
yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah, I've
You're
been
gonna
buff.
succeed
That's
on
not the
5%
question.
more of those rolls.
It's really all about the
So you're-
core, you know? It's
Yeah.
What's crazy is you've read the book and brought your con up, and you've put the gauntlets on and brought your strength up. So you've got a 20 wisdom, a 19 strength, and an 18 dexterity, I think.
My goodness.
Technically, the dexterity is only 17.
Okay, 17
There's
dexterity.
still time.
And then a 14 con. You are wow.
Yeah. I started off pretty wimpy. It's just people keep giving me stuff.
That's amazing.
And now my intelligence is my
Alright.
lowest score, a tasty 11.
Nice.
Yeah.
More intelligence saves. Got it. Yeah. Does that end it for you, Kyana?
Yeah, I think that's basically me sorted. I'm spending a week doing some very interesting stuff with the book. Also, I think one time though, I might just to experiment. I pull out the astral arms and I put a pen in one of them and put a piece of paper, and it's like, hey Sophia, if there's anything you want to let me know about, just feel free until these go away in 10 minutes. I'm just really curious to see if it can do anything.
The arms don't do anything without your go ahead.
Beans. Okay, I'll just draw a pretty little but extremely bad drawing. It's like a pretty sunset from the Feywild or something like that. It looked a lot better
that
in
on
my
the
head.
fridge.
Yeah.
Virla and Finbar, do either of you have anything you would like to accomplish?
Okay.
I guess. Okay, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Virla needs to up his DC, his armor class, because he
Yeah.
keeps going down, and this is the second time in 2
We're all
encounters that
getting
he's
buffed.
gone, or 3 encounters even maybe, that he's gone down, and he's like, well, I need to pull my weight more.
Okay.
So interestingly, Virla doesn't wear armor in the sense that as organic beings do. His armor is integrated into his sort of plating, into his chassis, and so I'm not sure what would need to happen.
Yeah, so I believe what's up. Let me grab a little rising from the last war ever on over here. I believe what's up with Mechanites is that I always open this to the Kalistar thing. I've hardly ever had to go to the Warforged page. I believe integrated protection. Your body has, and let me know actually if this is the exact, because Warforged might have been updated with Mordenkainen's multiverse, but if they haven't, then integrated protection, your body has built-in defense layers, which can be enhanced with armor. So you get a +1 to AC. So what is your dexterity modifier and what's your AC, by the way?
0 dex modifier for an armor class of 11.
Yes, so you have that +1 inherently. Because you're a Warforged,
Yes.
you're already harder to hit than organic beings. You can only don armor with which you are proficient. Which means that if you do not have a armor proficiency, which you don't, then there is no way to don most armor. However, I'm looking into a little
The other thing that I had was just either something like a Cloak of Displacement, which has people roll disadvantage attacks against me, or maybe
that would be huge.
That's
maybe if there's
totally
Or
doable.
something
or
like what
perhaps
Kyana has, where I can up my dex.
There's actually many different things that we could that you could look into. Go ahead and roll me. I'm gonna make a list here.
Oh yeah, Ring of Protection too.
Hold on, we've got
magic rings, classic D&D stuff.
Bring that AC up.
I do like the idea
Of the
a
cloak,
cape though,
yeah.
or a cloak.
A cape would
I
look
kind of
great
want to
with the
complete.
hat.
I kind of want to complete Vierla's look into just like full-on mage with like the long flowing robes and stuff. Yeah.
We have some options here. Can I get where are you gonna look for these magic items? You're gonna go through like Sigil or
Yeah, the idea is that he'll just stick around Sigil for now. If there's any market wards, I assume that there has to be a market ward here.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, so go ahead and roll me. Wait, what did I have? So I had someone roll finding a bargain before, looking for magic
It was
items.
me, and
so
I didn't
the way
roll
I
well.
typically treat magic items is that there are not magic item shops, so to speak of. The way that magic items for purchase typically work in my world is that there are like magic item clubs, right? Like you would belong to a club that is run by a sorcerer, like a powerful researcher or mage or something like that, and those people, that's how you get, some like, there's like pretty easy to get like low level spell scrolls and like components and potions out in the world, but like real magic items, they are carefully hoarded and by these powerful people, and you belong to a club, and so you pay a fee, and then they can find stuff for you. You can be like, hey, I want this. They'll find it for you. They can also do lore and other things for you, which is like a big expense, right? That would be like a monthly kind of thing that you'd have to pay. Kind of like Finbar belonging to a guild, but more expensive.
Pay a subscription.
But in the meantime, go ahead and roll me. Just roll me an investigation check. You're gonna be good at this, but go ahead and roll me an investigation check.
Come on, Virla.
Docent, use detect magic to find magic. Well, that was
You
a
light it up in
12.
Sigil, and the whole place just.
Yeah.
That's a
12
12.
is my highest. No, 12 is my highest plus the 7 to investigation, so 19.
19.
19. Okay. So go ahead and roll me a D. Go ahead and roll me a D6.
Sure. 1.
I'm sorry, buddy. As of right now, there is nothing on this. I have 5 magic items, and a 1 was.
I thought this was going to be how many days it would take him to find it, you monster.
I know, it was like, you find it in 1 hour.
But
Like,
there's definitely, there are definitely things out there that you're going to be able to find. But trying to find magic items that bolster and protect you, this is like magic items everyone's after, right? So powerful Freedy and stuff that are out there in the Planescape, and all kinds of like devils and people from all over who have any kind of pull. This is the stuff they're after. So even following certain throughways for now, you're not finding anything. But definitely a roll could be made in the future, and that could produce something random for you. But also, if you wanted to like look into joining one of those like clubs, that would definitely be a thing that you could pay for, and then you could be like, I want this thing specifically, and they'll find it for you.
Yeah. So this is how long does it take me to sort of come to this conclusion?
It's part of your week. There's definitely other downtime you could be
Yeah.
To take advantage of.
I did want to buy
You're not going to walk all day for 7 days and be like, wow.
I did want to buy a few second level spells. I don't know if that's considered low enough for it to be pretty...
Yeah, yes.
Easily
First,
findable.
second, third, I consider to be... So if you're 5th level magic and under, is considered, pretty accessible.
Gotcha. Okay.
And then up to 5th level spells is considered, like, practiced. Up to 7th level spells is, like, experts. And then 9th level spells are, like, mythical, right? Like, most people, almost no beings can perform 9th level spells.
Yeah.
It'd be worth, like, sending a message to Maxim and being like, hey, bud, I found some magic items.
That's why I asked how long it would take, because if like, a good portion through the week I realize that this is kind of fruitless, I will definitely send a message out to sending out to Maxim, and fully understanding there will be some sort of transaction that is necessary. I will still hit him up.
Oh, yeah, totally awesome.
WYD.
Go ahead, send a sending to Maxim.
Yeah. Okay, 25 words.
Hello,
Hello,
Presumably,
Maxim.
though, you're not
Sophia.
fighting anyone, so you could use a couple sendings if you want.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, the extent of it is, hello, Maxim, this is Virla. I am in search of some protective magic items. If you have any in your in your storage that you're willing to exchange, I would be willing to make some sort of transaction at your convenience.
Really? It has been some time. Yes. Of what sort of protection are you seeking? A boon to the strength of your armor, or something unique?
What were the two options? I'm sorry, Austin.
Basically, he said a boon to your armor or something unique. Basically, he's giving you, like, do you just want something to bring your AC up, or do you want something that's, like, a little funkier in terms of...
Like that cloak of displacement thingy, presumably.
Yeah.
Yeah, like cloak of displacement, exactly. Might be that, might be something else, but exactly.
I mean, both ideally would be nice, but I don't know if I have enough magic items to kind of sate him for now.
You could always do jobs for him.
That's
That
true.
could be fun. And I'm sure
Both
nothing
would-
will happen in the later episodes to derail us from our fun downtime.
Both would be ideal. I have a couple of magic items that you might be interested in exchanging them for. If not, I and the crew of the Per Aspera are willing to perform a job for you.
Let me search my wares and conduct some research. I will call upon you shortly. We will discuss price upon your visit. I look forward to our partnership in this endeavor, Birla.
Aw, he missed you.
I will not respond because that takes up another third level spell slot.
By the way, how are you?
Yeah.
We should get some tea.
The undead Malocibrius bursts from the street.
Fuck.
Nah.
Shit, here we go again.
Fantastic, yeah, so inroads are being made to raise Virla's AC. Very, very cool.
Second level spell slots, if they're available, I wanted just like a... oh no, I need to find it again. Yeah. Yeah, could I just find a knock? I don't know. I was actually also thinking of our encounter with Maxim, and I figured we have no thieves, we have no way to get into any locked places, so...
Yeah.
I have
Knock.
stealth.
If knock is all you're
Nice.
after, knock definitely. Knock is a very,
Yeah.
very low level, very common spell. I
You gotta
will look
go
up the
buy it
price
from a
for
guy
that really
who's like
quickly.
a little shady, you know, because it's an open
Yeah.
stuff spell. It's like the sundial guy, but like times 10. He's on a
Yeah.
little stall in an alleyway. Turn down to the
And he's like,
shadow.
by the way, would you like to buy some magical locks that cannot be simply knocked open?
You walk over and he
Or
shoves
one of
like a
my
box full of thieves'
extensive
tools underneath
collection
his
of
cart,
random-
and then when you ask for the knock
It's
spell,
the-
he brings the thieves' tools back out.
It's the same guy from Bytopia,
Yeah.
except with the instead of the walkers,
Yeah.
it's just like...
It's actually that guy's twin brother, he says. He's wearing a different hat, so we're not sure.
Shoo,
name?
and whatever the other guy's
I was
name
about to say it's the guy
Yeah.
from that one Avatar episode.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Is that the river episode?
Yeah, so
It's
Mhm.
it's the River Spirit
Painted
one.
Lady.
Yeah.
Yeah.
common magic items are 100, 500 gold, right, Wally?
Yes. Yeah.
Awesome.
They're-
So yeah,
Oh my
go
god,
ahead.
you gave us so much money.
I know.
Go ahead, mark off 200 gold pieces for the second level spell, and then however many gold pieces it costs you to copy it into your spellbook. I believe the answer is basically nothing.
Yeah. I'll have to look into that, but I will deduct it.
And you could do
I do
it
have one more thing.
while
I
your
apologize
tea
for taking so much
cools.
time.
Also, can you get remove curse real quick?
Ooh, yes.
That
good
is,
idea.
in fact,
I can look for
a
that.
wizard spell.
Yeah. Yeah, at Finbar's suggestion, I will definitely look for that. Is that 3rd level? I see Bestow Curse. That
Remove
is 3rd
curse, I
level.
believe, is 4th level spell.
Nope, it's
Remove Curse, 3rd level Abjuration.
It's 3rd?
Hey.
Okay, go ahead. This is a little harder, so go ahead, roll me investigation check, but you're just trying to hit a 15.
Alright, well that's a 12, and I already meet that. Oh, and a natural 19. So,
Ew.
Yeah, amazing. So, and then it's a 3rd level, which would bump it up, and, let's see, magic item prices. I believe that makes it, what's 500 to 5,000 for an uncommon magic item? So, hold on. Rare items. No, it's not that much. 500 gold pieces.
oh, excellent. Cool. Alright, those 2 spells added, and then whatever the cost it takes to transfer them to my book. I did have one more thing.
Please.
I would like to find.
We'll finish
I'd
out
like
strong,
to find
Virla.
a craftsman, a jeweler, and I would like to basically take one of the 2 topaz gems I have, and I would like to commission a necklace be made from one of them.
Okay, cool. Amazing use. And are you searching? You're going in Sigil for this as well?
Yeah, I'll sticking in the city.
Amazing. Yeah, you spend some time walking around the city, find a wonderful rock gnome who is a wonderful craftsman. Rock gnomes can almost speak to jewels, right? That's they can almost. Some of them have an innate power to almost communicate with stones. So the rock gnome jewelsmith, I suppose, can fashion what sort of? You said it's just a necklace out of it.
Yeah. Yeah, I have. Virla doesn't really have a lot of imagination regarding to creativity. He will ask, though, that the rock gnome fashion it to have sort of an arboreal theme, a lot of flora. Any particular hallmarks of the Feywild would be preferable.
Amazing.
I confess I have missed a friend's birthday.
Aww.
Oh, that's very sweet of you. Go ahead, roll a persuasion check.
Oh, yeah. Oh, -2 to charisma, but I do roll a natural 20.
Yes!
There we
She
go.
is very charmed by your story and your heartfeltness, how heartfelt you are. And yeah, so normally a special job like that would be more money, but for materials and cost of labor, a solid 50 gold pieces.
Oh,
Oh, nice.
I thought this would tap me out. Like this and the spells? I'm still rolling in it. Amazing.
Yeah.
All right.
You don't even understand how much money you earn.
Very gently put some gold on the floor of your room and just lie in it.
Hero-
Like,
yeah.
I get it. This is nice.
Yeah.
Hira pays well, and you receive 500 each for a job.
Yeah.
And you got
Yeah.
3,100 gold pieces worth of stuff.
To be fair, you did make us fight a nightmare zombie mushroom dragon.
I'm not
thing.
saying you didn't earn it. I'm
With-
just saying, like,
yeah.
let's talk about payouts, you know?
Yeah.
You had one of the wealthiest beings in Sigil pay for your jobs, and that was 500 gold, and then you just walked in with 6 times that.
The
So,
next time we go
it's
out
not
for
too-
dinner with Hero, we'll be like, no, I'll get it.
No, please.
Yeah. But that
Amazing.
is the extent of what I do in my week. Oh, aside from also just building up my rock-solid litigation against Arcadia.
We're getting there, man. We'll get there.
Yeah.
Wally, what would, and then we'll loop back to finish off with Dani. What would Finbar like to do?
First things first, he will get a pair of sending stones for me and Elise.
Yes.
Oh, that's very sweet.
Text the girl.
Long
Sending
distance.
stones are uncommon? Uncommon.
Uncommon, 100 to...
Yeah,
Yep.
from 500 to 5,000. But we'll go ahead and just say a clean 1,000 gold pieces
Okay.
for a crisp pair of sending stones.
And after that, I'd have to make a quick trip back to the city of Brass to go check and see whether or not my gilded acorn is ready.
Acorn.
Yeah, so Dani, how do you feel about
Part of what I was gonna
Maximus?
do in my downtime was call autos.
Ooh.
Yeah.
All right, would you like to call Dani? Would you like to call ahead, or are you gonna go? Just
Well,
you're
ask
like, oh,
Finbar,
just see,
when,
we'll call.
when
oh,
into
why
the
call?
downtime do you tell us that we need to go to the city of Brass?
Well, here's the thing. I wouldn't show up at the heap. I'd go into the actual city and kind of avoid that. But if everyone wants to come, we might as well head to the
Well,
heap.
I guess are you taking the Per Aspera or are you going on your own? Because
No, I'm looking for a door in the city to
Oh, you're
back
looking for
in
a
my-
door.
It's so funny
Yeah.
though if Otto somehow spots you and is like, "Where the fuck is the ship?"
Better yet, if the door leads to like Otto's closet or something like that.
Yeah.
Doors are well guarded, but you could certainly charter passage on a different spelljammer to get back. There's lots of Azer who sail between the two places,
So
and
redundant.
it's extremely redundant. Do you want to avoid Otto?
You know what?
Here I was like, oh, they got so much gold, they'll just like pay
Yeah.
Otto or something to make a path.
I guess
I'll pay
might be
Otto
best
if nobody
if
else wants to.
I was
What am
gonna
do
offer
with this
Otto
money?
a
hey,
portion of Dani's money,
don't make me force you to
but
do
we
anything.
didn't get to
you
Dani
know,
yet,
if
so-
Kyana wants that gold.
You know what? I'd have to. I'll wait till we all go confront Otto to go check on the acorn.
Okay.
And then see, I also need to go to the city because I like the blacksmiths there. They make good stuff, you know, and I want an
reaping
upgrade to
custom.
my shield.
It's like having a shop for your car. You're like, I trust
Yeah.
them not to scam me.
Yeah.
So at some point we're gonna have to make a trip to the city of Brass.
I got no complaints. I'm basically on the ship all week anyway. Just doing researches.
And then I guess the last thing would be I had already talked to Elise about it, and I would go down to the guild hall and turn in my resignation.
All right, you hand in resignation to Nell. What's this? What you got there?
No.
I'm sorry, no, but it's about time I leave.
You just got here. You just walked in and handed this to
Yeah.
me.
I mean, I'll come back and I'll come visit you, but like me and the guild, I
Yeah, you
think,
gotta pay dues next year.
I'm afraid there won't be a next year.
What's happening to Sigil?
Now everything's gonna be all right. I'm still around anytime you need me.
I don't really understand what's happening. She hasn't read the letter. You just handed it to her.
So nothing's happening to Sigil. I'm just stepping away from the guild. That's all it is.
Who did this to you? Are they blackmailing?
No,
I've got. She reaches in, pulls out 3 bronze pieces.
no, it's okay.
3 copper
No.
pieces. Sorry.
Keep the money. Keep the money. It's all right.
Oy, oy.
That's good.
uh,
That's I
brass
need that for
knuckles.
later, actually.
Oh.
But I guess at some point, let goals are. No, I'm gonna come by and we can get it all sorted out.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Will do. I'll put that on the top of the pile. You see, she puts it on just a huge stack of papers that have been piling up next to her desk.
have to
Finbar
come
takes a
back
quick
and
look
visit.
at it, and he says, "I appreciate that. Thank you."
All right. Thanks for everything, Finbar. I'll see you next week.
Yeah, I'll see you next week.
The trick is
Alright.
when it's on the top of the pile, she can't reach it, so it might be a hot minute.
Yeah, it'll take a while for it to reach the proper offices. But other than that, yeah, everything else I need to do is back in the city of Brass.
Okay. Then the only question, because Dani was going to call, is: are you guys going to return during this week of downtime, or are you going to save that for a future date? And is Dani just going to call?
Up to everyone else.
No, it's up to Dani.
Well, hey,
Yeah.
Dani
We
will
resolve-
go where the ship goes. I'm doing
You
repairs.
can't tell because it's a video chat, but we're all looking at you.
I-
Yeah.
Dani will go where the ship goes. Her focus this week is on doing repairs. I don't think there's a reason we need to go back to the City of Brass for that. Dani's thing is like,
Correct.
we came here for the Chef's Guild stuff that was going wrong, and if no one tells me that that's done, I'm gonna assume we just need to stay here and finish stuff up.
Well, I guess the bigger question is Dani avoiding confronting Otto?
I don't think Dani's
Which I think is what we're all
avoiding
kinda
confronting
waiting
Otto.
for.
She's gonna call, but she knows that we're gonna have to do damage reports if we go back. So if we go back, we're gonna probably have to stay there for a minute, or be ready to go on another job. So I would say Dani is at least aware enough of the type of gigs that they do, where she's like, hey, we just got back from fighting a dragon. Guild stuff was going a little crazy. If no one says that stuff's done, it's probably still going. So she would actually be waiting for the rest of the crew to be like, we are done with this thing now.
In fairness, we were going to the heap in the first place before we were contacted by Elise, so perhaps it is best if we return.
Best not keep him waiting. He's just gonna get madder.
Okay. I did want to buy a bag of holding and stuff with the downtime time before. Like, I wanted to call Otto. It was going to be the last thing I did before, but we moved on from Dani a little early. I had other stuff on the list. I'm so sorry.
Sorry. All right.
Bag of
We'll call.
holding
Sorry.
would be huge.
Let's wrap up. Let's wrap up the Dani, and then we'll wrap that up. Sorry.
Yeah. I wanted to try and buy a bag of holding.
Okay. Also a magic item, but more. I believe it's not quite as rare as anything that Virila was after.
Surprisingly, I don't think so.
Maybe it is. I
We're
don't
just
know. No,
too
it's an
convenient.
uncommon. So go ahead, roll me an investigation check, and you're looking to hit a 20.
Okay.
There are just Etsy shops full of them.
That is a
Embroidered.
21.
Perfect. That does it. Yeah, bag of holding. These are in high demand, so it's gonna run you all the way up on about 2,000.
2,000 gold? For a bag of holding?
Yep, it's an uncommon item. I believe,
Can I
right?
haggle?
So uncommon. Please roll a charisma check. Roll a persuasion check.
Hey, buddy, could you cut that by like 50%? Natural 20. Plus 4.
Oh my
There we go.
god.
Oh, natural 20.
This is
Something
gonna bite
different
me
than
ass
block
so
this
hard
magic.
later.
I know.
Yep.
You
Dani turned
so
into like
asking
an
you
old
just asking
entity.
someone to cut it in half. I'm imagining a Dani persuasion looks something a little bit more akin to blackmail.
Yeah.
Am I off with that? Like, how do you imagine Dani?
Danny's charisma is
knocks
basically
down a
all
price.
based on her impersonating Otto. So,
Yeah.
like an aloof, sort of like very business, like, I don't need you, you need me. Kind of like, well,
You deliberately mispronounced their name.
yeah. But it's
With-
still Dani, so like, she mispronounces their name, she looks scary. Like, it's a blend of saying weirdly businessy things, but having the appearance of like the biggest problem child to have ever walked this plane.
Negging before a bargain.
Does he cut it down?
It's a natural 20. Yeah, cut it all the way down to 1,600.
There we go.
That's not half.
That's not half.
That's not half. No, half would be to make no money, but you took 20% off of 20%.
Yeah, it's like half my
2,400 off of it, so 20%.
like half
Yeah,
my
took
gold.
20% off of it, which is pretty good.
Yeah,
Yeah, the way I envision it is a scene where, you go in and are, pretty abrasive, and I imagine this is more of a we got to get this person out of here kind of bargain. When you're a customer that's
Speak
making
to
a
your
problem, and
manager.
you're like, yeah, and you're like, okay, yep, fine, we're gonna lose lose money on it, but it's fine. Or we're not gonna make as much money as we would have, but let's get her out of here, please don't come back.
Okay, I'll pay the 1,600.
But of course- Like feeding a seagull, this is gonna be like, oh, this place gave me great deals. We gotta go back.
Okay, I have too much goop. I need the bag of holding. I could have sworn uncommon items were cheaper. Okay.
It's 500. It's common is 100 to 500, 500 to 5,000, I believe, for uncommon.
DM's rules, I'm not gonna question it. Okay, so bag of holding, and then
You just think that because you can make one as an artificer.
I can't. I don't have that infusion.
Theoretically, as an artificer, you
could.
can make one. Yes. Anyway,
The other thing I was gonna do this week, besides calling Otto, was work on maybe drawing up the schematics for how I would go about integrating the orb into the ship, to kind of like begin that process.
amazing. Go. go ahead and make an Arcana check. This is not tools, not building anything yet. This is a combination of lore and smarts.
21.
Amazing. Yep. Plans are drawn up. You're pretty confident that with some downtime, some other materials, you can get something worked up that is pretty close to your blueprint.
Yeah, Dani's got like
Maybe needs some
sprawled on the
modification
floor
along the
of the engine room is like the blueprint she's drawing, and then a little notepad that says Dani's to-do list. And there's like some things listed on it under a few different headings, none of which the audience or other players know about at this exact second. There's bullet of dragon slaying is written down with some notes underneath it. And now she's adding a little tab for like orb shelter, orb shields, and like some notes below that for what she's got to find for it. So she's just upgrading her to-do list.
Amazing.
Yeah,
You flip through, we see like all the plans and blueprints spread out. You've got like preliminary work on this arrow of dragon slaying, arrow to bullet of dragon slaying, to try and figure out if there's a way to move the enchantment into something that's feasible for you to use at the very least. You're kind of looking at that. As you do, you see like, kind of like a shadow, like someone stepped behind you, is cast on it, and you hear from behind you, "My goodness, is that from me?"
Is that Otto?
Is that
You
Otto?
look up. You see Azadiko, the water genasi, standing right there behind you.
What? Wait a fucking second.
No. You're
Dead?
no.
You're going
I
to
was
say
gonna
dead,
dragon.
right?
So you got smaller.
That's also
unfortunate
true.
for you.
Well, it works both ways.
Can I put my hand out and see if he's like really there? Do I go through him?
Like you put your hand out and like touch him.
Just like on his face.
What was
There's
that
our
for?
marching order, DM.
Why?
Oh, you thought that was going to be the end of me? No.
Oh, is it
No,
because I
why
have
not?
your scale? You're a gun now, so you gotta just chill a little bit with this whole act, because I don't want to be talking to my weapons. I already have Plug, and he's a problem child as it is, so I want to chill with the whole thing that you got going on.
Oh, I assure you, we're well past talking.
Oh, that's patently untrue. We've been talking for like a good minute here already.
Marching order. DM.
It's up to Dani, whatever Dani wants to do.
We're in the engine room. I guess, is anyone else around?
Yep.
Door open? Like, what's...
Finbar's in the kitchen, which is right adjacent.
Kyana's probably reading.
On the deck, doing crunches.
Why does this keep
Kiana's on the deck
happening?
hanging from a mast doing upside down
Why do these
crunches.
villains
With the
that I'm
book.
not invested in keep showing up in my room, damn it?
Maybe it's just the most important.
No, I don't think that that's accurate.
That can't be. You're right.
You also did kill him.
That's true, which is why it's equally confusing that he's here now. I guess
Well, servant of Zuktmoy, eternal reward after death would just be gone. You're smarter than that. I thought, anyway.
This guy's thing about entropy is more bullshit by the day.
Do I have the orb with me?
Yeah, it's sitting over there.
Don't do that.
Not in the
Don't
engine
do
room.
that.
God damn it.
Do a wild magic. I'll give you an inspiration right now if you try to set up a wild magic search.
I was thinking of hitting the
DM, my
orb.
passive perception is
Ooh,
15.
Lucky Bolt?
I gotta play Lucky Bolt,
I would
right?
say, actually, Finbar, what's your passive perception?
It's 20.
Like 20? Yeah, you definitely hear Dani. I mean, Dani talks to herself, but with a passive
Yeah.
perception, I'd say that that's high enough to distinguish between the normal talking to herself. Sorry, Dani. Don't let me actually your character at you. Maybe Dani doesn't talk to herself, but even if she does, this is
She
definitely
like
different,
mutters while
so.
she's working, but she doesn't have full conversation.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, there you go.
You know,
This is different, Finbar.
Danny, you got someone in there with you?
come play Lucky Bolt, and I'm
Tell him
gonna
we're
huck
busy.
like a wrench at the generator.
Players Handbook. Austin,
Let's
why
go.
is Dani the
Dani,
interface
take an
for
inspiration.
villains?
Dani,
It's
take an inspiration and then roll a d100.
Yep.
Oh, you motherfucker.
it's not that she
Somehow,
won't ask for help, it's just that it never comes to her as the first thing she thinks of.
You know, making good on your promise to reward her with inspiration somehow makes the whole thing worse.
Dance, my
let's do it.
puppets, dance, dance!
Oh,
Ay, ay, ay.
jeez.
Okay.
Okay, that is...
This never used to happen at my old school.
With the phrase? No way!
No way!
Please let this be a normal gaming session.
That is...
With Austin? No way!
What you got?
37.
It'd be hilarious if you drew the
37.
blue one again, but you're already both blue.
You throw the wrench right where you had repaired the motive force generator in the past. There's a flash of scintillating rainbow light. And Finbar, next to you, Dani, roll a d6 quick.
No.
Oh no.
5.
5. Finbar, suddenly the kitchen is filled with 5 flumps. These floating squid-like beings with long antenna, long eye stalks, just start floating and chilling in the kitchen,
nothing
gray,
happened.
and just kind of dancing there.
And I go, oh, hey, how y'all doing? I give one of them a pet.
Oh, yeah. What's up, man?
Like
How you doing?
4 sessions ago.
They can talk.
I didn't cook them. Elise cooked them. I did not cook them.
They can.
These guys
they
are
believe
my
they can
friends.
speak deep speech, which is the language that Finbar actually knows.
Yes.
Oh.
So yeah, they're technically there's a school of them nearby his village. And when he was a kid, he got trapped in the cave. They helped him out and they taught him deep speech. Anyways.
Oh man, yeah. Could you scratch a little lower? Well, I got no fingernails,
yeah,
so
so-
it's
and
like
I go all the way
really,
around, like,
it's hard to get a good scratch.
This is the
going.
most
Oh, yeah,
insight
shit.
into Finbar's backstory we've ever received, and it's that you were like Tarzan of the Flumps.
He spent a lot of time,
That's a
in the
t-shirt.
Feywild.
This is incredible. I'm so
Yeah.
happy this is happening. Somebody please
I'm
tell me
not.
this is happening.
Anyway, it's very clear something just happened in the engine room.
Yeah, I'm
you
like,
see
all right, I gotta go check
Azari
the. I gotta go check the engine room. Danny's is definitely that's definitely where y'all came from.
DM, at what
and
point
I-
does this cross the threshold of my
It's a
passive
real trip,
perception?
man.
And
Yeah,
I'm
at this
like,
point,
y'all
I'd
can come with me.
say it's crowd.
Okay, I'm going down.
I'm like, y'all
go
can come
down.
with me.
Did
And
Dani
I
do
come
something?
Peek the
There's all
door.
these squids in the kitchen.
Like, don't eat them.
Why would I eat them?
I saw y'all at the party.
You
That's
saw us
these?
in the. You saw us in the material plane. We don't have nothing to do with
I was
squids
just gonna have
now.
a hard conversation with my boss, and now I gotta fight a dragon again.
Dragon, what's going on in here?
You poke your head in, I guess.
You look in and Dani is standing. Kyana and
Oh,
Finbar
God damn
walk.
it.
You poke your heads in. Dani's standing by herself in this room.
Damn it! It's the madness.
Okay, I'm gonna get the squid guys out of the kitchen. Well, wait, unless Finbar, are they guests? If they're guests, I'll leave them in the kitchen.
They're guests. They can stay.
Okay,
Yeah.
they'll stay in the kitchen. Should I make something for them? I've got this great new recipe. It involves a banana and then like a scoop of this like egg white powder and
You've got to stop listening to whatever they put in that
I'm
book.
sorry to interrupt
That
the
ain't-
cooking conversation happening at the other end of this room, but do you guys not... The guy we just killed is right there. Do you want to maybe do something about that, or are we just gonna ignore it?
Well, obviously not killed. If I'm saying
Danny. Yeah, Danny,
okay,
he
well,
ain't
I'll
there.
roll a
It's your
perception
mind
check
again.
just in case.
Yeah, go ahead, roll a perception check. The flumps begin to just one of them goes, "Oh no, man, we're like and then pops out of there, and then the other's like, "Oh no, what happened to Greg?" Poof, and just all disappear.
Oh, they're self-cleaning.
there
I
they
rolled a
go.
19.
19. There's plugs in the corner. No one else is in here.
Oh,
Plug is a dragon.
Plug okay? Is Plug reacting
fine.
like there's something there that I cannot see?
Can I roll
No,
an
Plug
insight
is
to see whether or not if
completely
it's
chill.
the madness creeping up again?
Does Virla see anything?
Go ahead. Virla, you don't see anything.
Okay.
That's a 21 on insight.
She's seeing things that aren't there, and that was exactly what happened last time.
Yeah, alright. Looks like we didn't really get rid of the whole madness thing going. We gotta
it.
find a.
I
we gotta
knew
find,
it
like,
was
a
roll a
cleric.
die for how many days it doesn't. You motherfucker. Okay, alright, cool.
Alright.
That's what they call me.
I don't know.
One thing at a time. I guess we're
Lozatico's
still
just
in.
still standing there looking.
So
at
does
you.
that mean I can ignore this guy?
Yeah,
I'd
please
say
do.
so.
I will
Should we-
punch him,
can
and
we
then I
do
will
the
go
thing
back to drawing up my blueprints.
So he kind of like moves his jaw a little bit after the punch.
Gross.
Not bad. I mean, Not
What
good
did it
enough
look
for us,
like for
but
her
not bad.
punching for the rest of us, just swinging?
Dani, you see yourself swing through, make collision, and bring your arm back. To the rest of you, Dani like swings through and just wildly hits air. But Dani, your mind is recontextualizing things. So even as it's a hallucination beyond just seeing. It's a full. Your mind rationalizes whatever happens in front of you. So to you, you made contact and you felt it on your fist and you pulled back. To everyone else, it's like such a weird, awkward swing.
Okay, did I hear something about Virla learning how to remove curses?
I believe this is why Finbar asked me to find it. I do not
Okay.
have it prepared today, but tomorrow I will have it.
Okay, in the meantime, can we do the thing that worked last time?
Yeah, no problem.
And also, Virla, can you let us know if you're feeling weird too? Just
Yes.
I'll kind
okay.
of sit
It's
down
like-
on the ground, push the
Oh, no,
notes
Virla's
away.
just
Dani,
sad.
Yeah,
Dani,
but
I
what's
need
the
you
ink
to
on the
focus.
thing? It's gonna. Oh.
It's okay. It's all right. You can fix it later,
No. I
think
and
the squids are
I'm
gone in
going
the
to once again cast lesser restoration.
You reach out, bestow the blessing upon Dani. Azadiko is still standing, leaning against the motive force generator now. Oh, that one.
What?
Dude's still there this time.
What do you mean that won't work twice?
Perhaps
Okay.
it's like resurrection or death. It can only be reversed by the same person once.
Well, I don't think I
Right.
can do that.
Alright,
Good
we're
insight
gonna
to
have
my
to.
own power, Virla.
Ah, you bastard.
I mean,
we're
that's not
gonna have to
necessarily true,
find
but
a
that's
cleric.
good job remembering,
Yeah.
my own bullshit
I
that I've
read it.
told you.
I read your stuff, Austin.
I don't,
you.
and that's why you understand
you.
our two characters so well.
All right. We gotta find a cleric.
Well,
I will have. I can prepare remove curse tomorrow if Dani is willing to wait for that long.
yeah, whatever. Now that I know this guy's not really there, I can just continue to punch him periodically, and he's just gonna keep talking. What are you gonna talk at me? Huh? You gonna
don't
say
Prepare it
bullshit?
twice so you can also do it on yourself just in
Hey.
case?
It is. I have enough energy for both in one day.
Okay, awesome. I guess in the meantime, okay, you know what? Dani, how about this? Do you want to just mind link and I can let you know if I see whatever is in the room with you? Just if this continues, if it keeps happening for the rest of the day?
I mean, what time of day is it right now?
Early evening.
I like if it's this, it's probably fine. I'm gonna go to bed soon anyway. We're just doing some stuff here, so unless
Alright, if you're sure.
yeah, it's fine. Guys. I can last one night of listening to a guy talk at me. Like, I shared a bunk room with like everyone who worked at the Heap for years. This is nothing new.
Okay, just make sure you don't hit that thing again.
And let us know if there's anything or anyone else that's come back to haunt you.
Man, this guy seriously overestimated how much I thought about him if he came back to haunt me.
It was
What does
recent.
this do? He reaches to a valve and unscrews it.
Oh god.
You guys didn't see a valve move, right?
Which Val? I guess perception check?
Yeah, go ahead, perception check.
Uh-oh. 7.
Sure, I'll do it.
Which valve?
Yeah, which Val?
I'll point to
I don't
those
spend much
valves.
time in this room.
Unscrewed.
It tends to
6.
explode. Oh god.
Which valve?
It looks like he's unscrewing a valve. Is anything happening? I can't tell if he is actually or not. I assume no, because he's a thing
This
that
room
I'm
is usually
seeing.
kind of loud.
If
I
nothing has
rolled a,
broken, then I assume
28
that
on my
everything-
perception.
Oh my god.
Nothing moved,
Finbar.
Finn.
Thank you.
Nothing was removed.
I imagine like I'm still on the floor, Daniel. Like nothing moved. You're good.
Then
No work. Just relax
That's
for the rest of the day.
why.
No
Work is
no
relax, though.
work. No. No, we're gonna get you out of this engine room.
Danny, how
You're
do you
not
feel
gonna
about
touch
crunches?
Anything.
Absolutely awful. Why would you even suggest doing workouts right now?
Well, I mean, sometimes it's like good for your, it
Is this related to that
makes you
smoothie you
relax.
tried to get me to drink like 2 days ago?
No,
That
maybe a
tasted
little,
like dirt,
I'm just
Kyana.
saying.
It wasn't even spicy.
I think
Of course it
was
wasn't
called kombucha.
spicy. It's good for you. No, I'm not drinking anything with a live yeast culture in it. The kombucha page is fully avoided.
I'm going to sort of scooch everyone out of the engine room.
Okay.
And then I'm going
Dani,
to
you look
take
back and Azadi goes
the
gone.
stove
Guy's gone.
Oh.
and I will put it in front of the door.
Oh.
The stove.
Finbar just picks up this huge
Yes.
machinery and slides it over.
As
Well, that
you
works.
finish moving the stove, Plug emerges from within one of the kitchen cabinets. Because Dani did put a trapdoor to the kitchen in one of the cabinets that connects to the
Yeah.
engine room. So technically that hasn't
Chaos.
stopped me from accessing.
You guys literally watch Plug in that room, door close, and then you turn and Plug is sitting on the counter.
Yeah. I thought
So everyone can see Plug? That's okay, cool.
Guys,
can
I
see-
appreciate
yeah,
all
yes.
of your concern, but seriously, I just want to do the rest of my normal day, and then tomorrow we can fix the problem, right?
Yes.
No. You're not going back to the engine room.
And sometimes you sleep deeper when you're physically exhausted. So,
No, Kyana, no.
I'm just saying, it's really good. You already have that punch bot, right? I mean, I don't get
No,
much
I'm
use out of
working
it,
on
but
It's prototypes right now. It doesn't. It
Okay.
can't run on its own. I got to rework the whole AI system and everything.
all right.
It's only
Sounds
for
like
a couple
tomorrow problem.
hours. You'll be fine. You can handle
You got any
anything.
board
gotta
games or
handle
something?
tomorrow.
But there might be a box
Dice.
of dragon chest somewhere.
Dragon chest.
I'll sulk.
Alright. Dani sulks.
And also,
Perfect.
the sending stone to Otto is in that room, so I can't call him now. Thanks a lot, guys.
Are we en
Correct. The
route?
sending stone to Otto is in that room.
Maybe Plug can get it.
Plug wouldn't want to call Otto. Otto doesn't like Plug.
The downtime continues. We'll just assume it's the next day, and a lot of the stuff that's already been played out is going to happen in the future. But Fearla, if there's anything you'd like to do.
Yeah, I
assume-
will assume by this time I have gotten Remove Curse, and I'll take the time in the
Yep.
morning to prepare it. Do I notice anything happening to myself? I look at my friends' faces. Do they?
Not yet.
Okay.
Not yet.
Not yet. Now my wondering is, do I need to wait for it to come back to remove the curse on myself, or can I just do it preemptively? It doesn't matter for now. I will go and knock on Dani's door, and when she is ready, I will cast Remove Curse on her.
Yes.
What up? Oh, good.
This is a powerful, abjurative thing that is technically castable by a wizard, but almost more in line with the typical cleric. How does an arcane caster like Virla go about removing a deeply in the realm of divine magic, even though it's not wholly divine, it's unholy divine, but a deep-rooted thing like this? How does he go about casting a remove curse?
The gestures that Virla makes is really close to kind of like Tony Stark fiddling with his holograms and doing like science work or whatever. And I would say that probably there's like arcane flashes where it follows, but what I'm imagining is that Virla sort of sees a field of neurons, and it's just a matter of sort of like picking out and systematically rewiring and sort of repairing and cutting out this tumor, essentially, that is the curse in that manner. And that's sort of the nature of how he will remove curse.
Yeah. Does everyone see it, or do you only you see it? Are you going into like awakened spellbook mind mode, where like you can see
Mind palace.
the matrix?
Yeah,
Or is this a
that's
like
how
you blow it up for everyone to see?
I don't think like the neurons are actually there for people to see. What flashes are visible to other people are just the sort of just his hands glowing with blue arcane energy, sort of following and leaving a trail of behind where he moves his hand. For Virla to make it make sense in his mind, that's what he imagines.
Amazing. That's super awesome. Awesome. Sorry. Yeah, I'm curious. What's the casting time on remove curse? Because it's just one action,
should be
but
instant.
very, very cool.
Yeah.
No hallucination has come to you in the meantime, but Virla, you are confident. You have excised the spore infecting her, to continue the metaphor, and think Dani has a clean bill of health now.
Can I please go back to the engine room?
Yes?
And I
Wow.
kind of grab the stove.
Clean as far as Dani, I suppose.
And I put
Yeah.
it back to where it's supposed
Yeah,
to be.
you-
And I'm like, oh, And when you get the chance, can you just like hook it back up?
Yeah.
I don't know how.
You finished putting the stove down, and Daddy's already halfway through the trapdoor underneath the countertop that she made.
Oh god.
Once Virla addresses that with Dani, he'd like to try remove curse on himself.
Yes,
Just
please.
to see if something happens. Like he hasn't seen anything yet, but he imagines that it was always there. It's just been suppressed, so you should be able to remove it.
That is exactly right. With another remove curse targeted to yourself, you look into your own mind and find a similar aberration that lies there, that is there hiding, lying dormant. And with precision of a remove curse, excise it and remove any further tomfoolery with your rationale and reason-making processes.
Virla breathes a deep sigh of relief.
Oh boy.
Well, he doesn't breathe, but yes.
He makes the gesture. He goes through the motions.
Raises the shoulders, lowers
He
them
just
again.
does the voice thing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, well, I feel better.
Mhm.
But that might also be this movie.
That would really suck, Austin, if you maybe waste a spell slot for me imagining removing curse.
Oh my god, you just hallucinate casting it on yourself. That would have been a horrible...
I didn't want to
I'm not a good enough
suggest it.
DM to think about that.
Yeah.
I didn't want to suggest it in case you did it, but like if Virla's
Yeah,
thing
his aren't real
reasserted while he was
hallucinations, though.
removing the curse, like, oh, that's the wrong part actually, and it's like, no, she needs that.
Yeah. Just... No. Yours,
She's
because
no
you
longer
waited the right
blue
amount of
after
time,
that.
your hallucinations did
Oh
not
shit, wait, does
return.
remove curse take away Dani being blue?
Oh, shit!
No!
Yes, it does!
Oh!
It removes
my
all
God.
of them?
Does it remove all of them?
Oh, hold on, wait.
I think
Wait,
it's
okay,
one.
okay.
Is it a
Jury's still
single
out.
curse?
All curses
No, all
affecting
curses.
one creature.
Oh!
No!
Dani is red again.
That's okay. Lucky Bolt might still get I can't believe I'm supporting this now.
Wow, yeah, you go through it, and when you're done, you watch, not like
I
being
did not
drained
think
away,
this
but like,
through.
simultaneously, like a chameleon, all the color shifts
God damn it.
through blue to purple.
But when does Dani notice? That's the crucial question.
Basically never.
When she
Good
turns,
question.
I
roll
like
a
put a hand
perception
up and I make the gesture of like no one say anything.
Dani, make a perception check.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You are your
13.
regular blue self once more.
13?
13.
What is it? 13? You've got gloves on and stuff, so, you know, it's like an hour. It's an hour or two before you cross a mirror.
You just hear a moment of like,
particularly.
ah, fuck! From like a distant hallway.
No!
Yeah, she's
I'm
red
not blue
again.
anymore.
We remove the madness, but at what cost?
I know. I want to like formally
let her
apologize to
keep
the Rolling with
hallucinating.
Difficulty fan community. I really wanted Dani to stay blue until an appropriately climactic moment, but I suppose this will have to do.
What is
I
Audica
apologize
taken
to
from
Wally,
us
who has
can
to
never
redo
be
all his art
regained.
now.
Completely forgot about. Oh god.
So
Is it a
I am
curse or that's just who
genuinely
she is
very
now?
sorry that Dani's not blue
I have
anymore.
like no experience in this, but I'm gonna take a break from my reading this very important book that's gonna make me survive fights more, and I want to see if I can find like a merchant that sells like hair dye or something like that.
I should clarify. I don't know how much Dani actually cares about being blue. I, Sophia, feel bad that she's not.
Yeah.
She sounded unhappy. I just feel like it would be nice if I can find something that works on someone whose hair is partially molten lava.
Whose hair is
it's
fire.
Just, you know. Yeah,
Yeah.
you know, like it's one of those
Yeah.
like weird like
Oh.
chemical powders you throw in a campfire.
Yeah,
Why
you
not?
just
I was
have like
about to say,
manganese
like,
or something.
literally- Why not? It's a wash, but it's a dry shampoo that you rub in, and it's, yeah, like putting chemicals into a fire causes it to burn a little differently. So,
Really? Oh, thank goodness.
yeah.
How
Give her
much
blue
did
hair
that
now.
cost me, DM?
So now I'm
Go ahead
blue
and throw in
and
2 whole
orange.
gold
is
pieces.
2 gold. Oh, you spoiled me,
for like a
DM.
lot of it. For like a bunch of it. It's like hair dye.
Perfect. Okay, fantastic. All right. Yeah.
Make it
Apparently, it's
make it
just
blue.
either any alcohol or lighter fluid that'll just make your hair, or copper chloride. Apparently, I'm just looking at images on Google.
Yeah, yeah,
Don't trust me.
Maybe it comes in like a
just- yeah,
variety
just get her
pack with a few
wasted.
others.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
man. All right.
Oof.
we're gonna bring this downtime sesh to an end. So,
Yeah.
Dani, if you're gonna call Otto, I think this is the end of it.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
I'll pick up the sending stone. Be like, "Yo, Otto, you there?"
Where else would I
Just
be?
I don't know. You can put the stone down. We're on our way back. Had a bit of a last minute thing come up, but I got like 500 gold for you from that gig.
It's a start. I'll see you soon. Hope everything went well.
Yeah.
He cares. Because you said you had money.
Put the rock down. The sending stone thing. It didn't go great. Finbar, I don't want to like tell you how to live your life or anything, but would you say that this particular adventure is like closed and we can maybe go back to the heap, or is this more of a we gotta hang around Sigil for a few days time? Because I gotta fix the ship, and I think Otto's mad at us. So, but I don't want to. You got a lot going on, and if that needs to happen, it can still happen. But also, I do need to know if we can go back to the heap soon, because if not, I do have to bury the sending stone that Otto gave us somewhere under a bunch of boxes.
You are waiting on Golzar to call upon you. So could be. I'm imagining this is day like 4, right, of a week. So,
I mean, hopefully it don't take too long. I only got to check in on some stuff, and hopefully Otto's not too mad.
also you're just building something with Elise. Oh, by the way, Elise comes by every day.
Aww.
Yeah,
I was gonna say that at the end of this, but Elise is by every day.
If I'm not on the ship,
so-
I'm hanging out with Elise. So
Yeah, so
Aw.
my assumption is you probably want to like build up a little bit of rapport before you go.
yeah.
Immediately bounce.
Yeah, no, so, you know what? Should I wait to speak with Golzar?
Who's Golzar? I don't remember.
I think the blacksmith.
Oh, is that right?
You haven't met him.
No. Golzar
Someone new?
is a part of the guild. He's he handles a lot of the finances. So in case y'all didn't know, so the way I got onto the ship was I was more or less assigned. I showed up in the city of Brass and I joined the guild. Those people, I was so Cardamon, my mentor, was part of the Whipped Crown. That was the ship he was assigned to through the guild. They went around all over. We went on adventures. That's when he picked me up and all this other jazz. And then he convinced me to join the guild. And when I graduated, they put me with all of y'all.
They know
well,
who we are.
specifically these two.
I guess we are registered.
We are
Yeah.
registered?
There's not that many spelljammers, I guess.
Yeah. So it was a rare opportunity, and of course I jumped on it. So, but with me leaving the guild, we might have to figure how all that's gonna work out. So yeah, I got an appointment with him. I'm waiting to hear back from him. I don't know when that's gonna happen. So as far as I know, all the stuff with Zydeco, that stuff's resolved. Riggs is doing all right. Me and Elise are cool. So maybe, for the sake of just wrapping everything up, let's wait until we hear back from Golzar before we head back to Otto. So just let him know.
Yeah, alright. That works.
Wait, if you were on the Per Aspera because you were assigned by the guild and you're no longer in the guild, are you leaving us?
I'm not leaving y'all, but I gotta figure out.
Are we gonna get 2 cooks? You're gonna put someone
Would they
else on
assign someone else?
Why does the Searing Tongue do this?
Well, we look for experiences, So I go out, I get ingredients, cover gigs all across the Planescape. So, and the fastest way, rather than going through the random portals that are guarded here in Sigil.
What are those two?
Sigil.
Guild.
It's best if they have access to spelljammers. The Web Crown is out there doing its own thing, and we were out there doing our own thing. But with me leaving, all that's up in the air. So I'll hash out the details with them.
I fully thought that you were simply looking for work.
Yeah, I also thought
But
you
no,
just
this was your work.
wanted to hang.
I didn't
No,
know there was a
I
story
didn't
here.
realize this was an internship. I feel like we should have been giving you like performance reviews and stuff this whole time, and instead we've just sort of been like, yeah, all right, dude, hang out.
I mean, as long as I'm alive and
Do you
I
want college
show
credit?
back up and see. No,
I do not think it's
not particularly.
What about like a cold brew bar or something? We could try and install one on the ship.
Why would that?
No.
What?
It's like a perk, you know.
I mean, just
But
hanging
would
out with
Finbar
y'all
be
was
working
enough.
the cold brew bar?
I think it like
Which defeats the purpose of-
fill it. It's like a tank, you know. It's just good to go. I don't really know how coffee works. I just know it tastes.
You
good.
just want you just want another machine on the ship. I know.
Maybe Plug could run it.
That's actually there's a thought. Plugs coffee.
Oh, no.
Get it franchise.
Yeah. There we go.
Plugs.
Star plug. I don't know.
Okay.
Starplugs is pretty good. A few days pass. This brings us to our end of our week of downtime. Kyana, your enchantment from the book takes place. Virla, you have acquired all the things you sought out.
Nice.
Dani, you've also done a bunch of stuff. Finbar, you receive the summons you've been waiting for. But it's not from Golzar. You receive a summons from Karundantrasi, but the request to bring your entire crew. It is 10:30ish in the morning, like pretty, not super early, but early enough that I assume Dani's still asleep.
Yep.
I'm feeling great.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Danny has been getting
Kiana's been up at like
increasingly
4
more
a.m. every
irritated.
day.
Yeah.
Goes to sleep at 9. Kiana
Kiana
starts her day with like 10 minutes of meditation and like some
becoming
minutes
the
like
most
writing in her
insufferable
bullet journal.
fitness influencer of all time.
We hear her making TikToks in her room.
It feels very important that I sketch my morning drink like on the like the banister of the Per Aspera with the sunrise behind it, but I'm still really bad at it. So it's-
No.
You receive your summons. What would you like to do, Finbar?
Well, all right. Looks like we got one more thing with the guild. I think this is it.
One last job.
Goldar? Goldar?
Let's go.
Goldzar?
Alright.
Golzar?
This one's
Golzar.
from-
Golzar. Golzar.
Yeah, no, but this
Goldar
one's
is
from.
that person from Power Rangers, I'm pretty sure.
I kind of
Oh.
have a leather in hand, and I'm just like,
Aren't
this one's
they
from Karundantrasi though, so it's from a little higher up,
It's the guy
so
we
we get
keep
to see our
rescuing.
pal again.
The guy
Yeah.
with the dragon.
Well, we don't know that. That's just a rumor.
Oh, the guy who's a dragon, said Sophia, the person, and not Danny.
It's like he takes one look at everybody. Y'all might want to clean up a little bit though, before we head out.
I only know one way to
Harsh.
clean up, and I don't think you're gonna like it.
Okay.
What?
You know what? It's,
Wear the dress.
Take a wrench out of my back pocket and like edge towards the door of the.
No.
no,
No, we're not doing that.
no.
Where's the stove?
Alright,
That's only worked once.
where are we summoned to? Does it give us a location?
The guild hall.
Okay.
Put on a
Alright.
shawl.
10 minutes, y'all, and we're heading out to the guild hall.
Danny, have you tried out the hair stuff I got?
What? Yeah, Kiana, I do really appreciate this. It was very sweet of you, but it wasn't actually being blue that I particularly cared about. I just got used to it.
Well, yeah, but it's nice to take some ownership over stuff like that.
Yeah,
right?
but I was orange for a long time, and I was pretty cool with it.
Okay.
But it's
Kiana,
nice,
you don't need
know.
any affirmation.
It's good. Look, I got it in right now.
Oh.
Sort of. My hair was kind of dark, so I imagine I didn't bleach it or anything, so it's just sort of like a greenish.
No, the fire's a different color now. It's specifically for that. It's single. Of course
Yes.
they've got stuff for fire genasi.
Of course.
Blue.
Yeah.
It's
You
a
know,
very
orange
striking
and blue,
effect.
two colors that go great together. Let's go Mets.
Oh yeah.
You look like a portal poster.
Let's go Mets.
Let's go Mets, baby. New York represent.
Rooting for the Mets.
Yo, they're doing great.
This episode is for all the Mets fans out there.
This is for all you Mets fans.
All
Look at
five
you,
of
Matt. Yeah. Okay? So you guys want to head to the guild hall? You all ready?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
You arrive at the guild hall and Nell is there. Hey, Finbar.
Hey, now how's it going?
Yeah, we'd see you soon. Okay. Yeah, I have directions to lead you upstairs.
So please follow me. Just
All
do her
right.
slow little sad
the way.
walk. And lead you guys all the way up. Finbar, this is the place that you visited to see Corinne Atrocity. No one else has been here yet, but that same outstanding guard outside is Wilmot, the huge, just expressionless crystal construct. It's unclear if Wilmot is asleep or if he even can sleep, but he's just kind of like leaning there motionless with like his arms crossed. Doesn't really acknowledge you as you guys walk past, but the door is unlocked if you want to go in. You guys wave. No reaction from him.
Finbar?
Don't mind Wilmot. He's a ray of sunshine.
Cool.
Oh.
Why are you always so mean to me?
Oh my god.
Only because you're the best. And it's like, we just go ahead right in.
Please. Or don't. I don't care.
Okay.
Oh.
You open the door. You see inside Corinne Atrocity standing, looking the picture of health, silvery skin, long green hair. It's currently conversing with a humanoid, but kind of looks like a lion man. Oh, sorry, a tiger man. Looks like a tiger man.
Oh.
Stripes and wearing a green and blue cloak. Corinne Atrocity turns his. Could we continue this perhaps later, Golzar? My guests whom I invited are here. Yes, of course. Finbar, pleasure to see you.
Are his hands
Apologies. Bows and stands up. You see, yes, indeed, the hands are reversed on his left arm. A right hand, or his right, a left hand.
Rakshasa.
My name is Golzar, the bursar for the searing tongue. A pleasure to make the acquaintance of you esteemed heroes.
Hi.
Hello.
Finbar bows, turns to everybody else.
Oh yeah, bow.
Perfect 90-degree angle.
The slightest bow, but still definitely qualifies as one.
It was core day yesterday, so this isn't very pleasant for me.
It's nice seeing you again, Golzar.
Yes, you as well. We'll discuss after your meeting.
Of course, yes.
Sees his way out. Corinne, the door closes. Corinne turns to face the rest of you. Well, you all seem to be in marvelous spirits. How fare all of you?
I was blue yesterday.
Oh, you are different. Curious. Is that a normal thing for you?
At this point, kinda.
I'm not sure I've ever met anyone quite like you.
Yeah, that's true.
Very fascinating.
Yeah.
And the rest of you?
Pretty good. Rested up after fighting that dragon guy.
Yes. Feeling much better now that we have had time to rest.
Yeah.
Myself as well. Finbar?
Doing alright myself.
I wanted to extend a gratitude to all of you. I'm sure it was said already, but well, certain things bear repeating in my line of work. So I just wanted to extend my thanks for protecting not only myself, but other members of the guild, and indeed, it seems perhaps its very reputation. After all, what are we without a good reputation?
Good chefs, I assume. You still can cook really well.
That is certainly true. There are many, many skilled among us, and we would be sad to lose any of them.
Turn to look
So-
at Finbar. Like, this feels
So is
like
this
your
what-
conversation, dude.
So, I guess that's what this is about.
No, actually, I wanted to offer a bit of wisdom as well as a gift for the benefactors of my life. Offers a little bow. If you would have it.
I don't see why not. A little show of gratitude is appreciated.
Very well. You know, when I was lying there, on the floor of my own basement freezer, staring up at the ceiling, having my life force drained away to harness power to open a gate to the abyss.
Yeah, it's very upsetting.
I bet that wasn't fun.
When all of that was happening, you know, I wasn't afraid. And not because I thought I was going to be rescued. No. I was sure that that was the end. I wasn't afraid because I didn't feel like there was anything left for me to do. I'm over 300 years old, you know. Young for some beings. True. But quite long when you consider that I've never eaten the same meal twice. It's been a difficult habit to maintain, believe me.
Wow. That's extremely impressive.
Well, we done our best here at the guild to get you those meals.
As have I. I've traveled the planescape. I've tried new things, failed at things, made friends, made enemies, as I'm sure you're now thoroughly aware.
That we do.
That guy was pretty bad.
But all of it was worth it in the pursuit of a life fulfilled. Not happy, not always, of course, but full. And so, when death does come for me, gives a little look at Finbar, I will welcome it as just another experience I have yet to have. And though it will sadden me that it is my last, I will relish it all the same. My wisdom for you is, live your life, whatever it is you wish to accomplish, see it done. Have regrets, have failures, and most importantly, have fun.
Oh, I really like this guy.
I can get behind this guy's philosophy more so than Azadiko's.
Dani is confused. This is not a business meeting anymore. This is like a philosophy class now.
Forgive me, I've lectured long enough. Finbar?
No, I appreciate you sharing that sentiment with us. When it is time for you to go, I and everyone here will be saddened by your loss, but we will hold all our interactions dear to our hearts.
Winks. I would expect nothing less. Now, in exchange for hearing me out, let me provide to you a gift. Reaches into robes and pulls out something clutched entirely within his hands. I'm afraid that I only have one to bestow upon you. So, whoever among you requires a reminder in their life, living life to its fullest experience, simply say the word, and I will bestow it upon you.
I think I'm good, honestly. That's kind of my entire reason
not
to
me.
be here.
That was sort of why I continued to keep going, yes.
Dani, maybe you do. Maybe just a little bit.
Reminder to
I
live
don't
life
know.
to the fullest. I'm literally
mean-
living my dream.
Yeah, you just seem so grumpy. I don't know.
She lives life to the fullest every time that she fires fire at you, Kyana.
Yeah, I
Oh,
feel
you know what? You know what? As long as I'm helping, I think that's okay.
I really do feel
If
like
none
it
of
should be
you would
Finbar.
take it, then I would bestow it upon my rescuer. Looks at Kyana.
Oh,
That is true.
I don't. I certainly won't turn it down if everyone's cool with that.
Finbar is our envoy. I was going to nominate
Yeah, that's
him.
what I was.
I think
Looks to Finbar.
I do tend to bog myself down with everything going on here with the crew and Elise. I gladly accept it
Yes.
Okay.
to remind
I
myself
Very
that
well.
everything that I'm doing is worth it. Yes.
Yes.
He motions with his hands. You place yours out, and he places into it a delicate egg, a little bit larger than a chicken's egg, but spherical and bumpy, almost scaled. He reaches up and
Another weird dude.
you have no I guess you have no hair on the top of your head.
No.
But he will trace a finger along a corner of your beard, and there's a little silver streak of hair. When it hatches,
Yes.
it will be bound to you. You're familiar.
Weird little dude.
You have a soon to hatch pseudo dragon egg.
Yes.
And the ability
Okay.
to cast Find Familiar and summon a pseudo dragon. Give it a good name.
Finbar
Come
and
on.
Figment. No, I don't know.
Finbar and Figment.
This is
Or
incredible.
maybe just Fig.
Oh,
Just Fig. Fig is
Fin and
pretty
Fig.
good.
this is great because I still get to hang out with them.
Finbar will bow and then give Kurundrasi an enormous hug.
Aww.
He hugs right back immediately.
Oh.
Oh, and by the way, did you receive your invitation for tonight?
Did we?
What's going
Yes, all members of the guild should have received one.
on?
That
About
might
that.
be.
I think I might be leaving soon.
I feel like.
Oh, I am leaving soon.
I received no word of you leaving. Did you leave your note with
No.
Now?
No,
Yes.
as she is the secretary, I know she's getting old, and that's she's not that great at her job. But like,
Oh, she's not old. She's very young.
I know she's like that.
Can
You know,
you
we all take
imagine?
life
Grunts-
at different speeds.
grunts don't live that.
She's a grung, so she's 3 or 4.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
Oh.
She's very tired. But did you live with now? Harlem
Yeah,
misplacing things.
yeah.
Really have to do something about that.
Golzar got it though. We have some details to hatch out, but yeah, no, I'm gonna be leaving soon.
I'm sorry to hear that, but you are welcome to participate as long as you are still a standing member.
As far as I know, I'm still a part of the guild for now.
Then I trust you know the directions to this place. Hands you a note which reads, Tonight, the Grand Connoisseur invites all active members and guests of the Searing Tongue to their humble demiplane, wherein a special announcement will be made. All efforts should be made to attend, for surely you will not want to miss this auspicious occasion.
Huh. That's
All
here,
right.
right?
Trying
The
to
Grand
get everybody to a
Connoisseur.
second location.
That is here.
Well, Hero throws good parties. And
They do,
second
that's true.
time's the charm, right?
Second time is the charm. Hopefully there ain't no giant fungus grabbing all our guests. So
That should
And if
have been
there is,
settled.
it's probably better that if we're there than not.
yeah.
You know?
So
This is maybe if
Y'all
they
down
dressed
for
up
another
again.
Let us hope not.
Yes, I agree.
Alright, I must prepare for it. I will be in attendance as well.
Fantastic.
I shall see you in a few short hours, my
Please don't
friends.
get kidnapped again.
Oh,
yes,
boy.
okay.
Well, we know
But it was so exciting the first 2 times.
Oh, I'm glad you had fun. Happy to
I
contribute.
really did.
Yeah, alright. Cool.
Please. Motions with a hand, the doors open behind you.
Yeah.
Alright.
I'm down to scooch back to the ship.
let's go, y'all.
You
Nice.
leave. Golzar is waiting in the hall. Finbar, if you're free, if I might discuss with you privately.
Yes.
There's the dealing of your, what's the word I'm looking for? Your
Departure.
not your tithings, your that you have to pay
Oh,
every time you
like-
stay a
like
member.
dues.
Your fee, your
Dues?
dues. There is the matter of your dues to accede to. Please, right this way.
All right, y'all. I hope y'all can make it back to the ship in one piece. Don't do anything Dani would do. I'll catch y'all later.
Alright, see you soon.
Cool.
Hey.
Finn, if I could just, Wally, if I could just have you jump into the other chat real quick.
Oh.
Oh.
Does that mean something's either happening to us or is happening to them? I guess something's happening
boy,
to them.
Oh boy.
You head into a nearby unused office space, close the door behind you. I fare well. Less well now that I hear that you'll be leaving our ranks.
Yeah, I'm afraid I gotta keep my list of priorities short. So it looks like I'm gonna have to be leaving.
That is worrying to hear. You know, Riggs does a great deal of work ensuring the safety of our guild. She is the protector of its members as well as its goals. I may not be a spy, but my ears hear many things, and I have many responsibilities myself. I am concerned with the protection of our assets. I trust you're aware of this.
I don't know too much about them secrets y'all keep around here, but with me leaving, I'm gonna be a full-time adventurer. So, if you ever need a group of adventurers, you know the work me and my crew do.
Yes, indeed. We could spend money hiring you. Or you could reconsider and stay upon the payroll. and enjoy the benefits offered to those who remain in the guild. If not, who is to say what sort of tragedies may befall you and your crew without the protection of our ranks?
Finbar's going to think for a moment. It's like, I don't know what kind of protection I'm really getting from the guild. For the most part, it's just been me and my crew out there, keeping each other alive. And we're the ones bailing y'all out. So, as far as I know, I'm in a position where if I leave, I have more to offer you off the books than I would as just a chef.
And what sort of things have you to offer off the books?
Well,
Finbar.
with me just being an adventurer, and if things get hairy, responsibility falls on us and not anything onto the guild. Y'all can keep your reputation. If you need less than savory ingredients, that is something we can also procure. And of course, if y'all can't trust anybody in the guild to deal with any of the things that y'all got going on, you already have someone with insider information. I know most of the people there, so I can shake a tree and fix anything y'all got going on under the hood.
You've considered this greatly, then.
I have.
I should have given you more credit. Very well. I will nudge Nell and see that your determination is put through, and we'll be in touch. We have many ways of acquiring the less than above board ingredients we require, but there are, of course, many enemies of the guild of which you are now aware who would see an act directly from the guild members. Perhaps war against them. But a free agent, well, that would be entirely out of our hands, wouldn't it?
Yes, it would.
And as long as our relationship stays positive, I see nothing for you to worry about losing the protections of the guild. As of now, you have bailed us out time and time again. But rest assured, the shoe could very quickly be on the other foot.
I understand. And
You're a smart boy.
Maybe not always the smartest, but everything works out for me in the end. And
Let's hope you keep that lock.
let's hope I do. There is just one more concern, though. It is that of the ship. I know y'all spelljammers are hard to come by, and we're kind of tied up in sort of who owns what in and around the Astral Sea. I was assigned to Otto's ship, more or less, but that kind of ties us with anything that he's got going on. And I know he's not going to be too happy about losing the ship, but if there's a way for some of the money that I've put down in my dues over the years, and some of the money we get on our adventures, if there's a way for us to, sever that tie and make us the freest of agents of sorts. Of course, we continue to do jobs for Otto. He can continue to have access to us, but true independence is kind of what we want, kind of what we need.
I am familiar with this. Otto. He is a stubborn wart, but he folds backwards hands together, fingers tap. There is always a deal to be made. Your fees have been put towards other important activities responsibilities in the past. The normal things that dues are meant for. But if you would like the guild with its power and resources to consider buying the Per Aspera for you to be used as we see fit, then and offer you a modicum more of freedom than you currently enjoy, well, perhaps then a nest egg could be started here. I am, after all, in charge of the funds.
I'm going to take out a small pouch with 500 gold in it. Says, see what you can do with this. And
It is a pitiful start, but a start nonetheless.
Finbar goes, pitiful? We're adventurers. The money's gonna keep coming as long as we do a good job. He pulls out a second pouch of 500, puts it in his hands.
Excellent. I look forward to doing business with you, free agent Finbar.
I'm merely a member of the crew of the Per Aspera. Where they go, I go. We'll be singing a lot of each other.
You break. Finbar catches up to you before you... It's not a long conversation. Finbar catches up to you before you even make it back to the Per Aspera, and you have an event to attend in the evening, and I think that's going to be a good place to go ahead and take our break.
Woohoo!
Rolling with difficulty.
Hi, I'm Red, and you're listening to Rolling with Difficulty, a D&D podcast. Now back to the show.
Rolling with difficulty.
And we're back. When last we left our heroes, you had a date to attend, and as evening begins to fall and sickle, you make your way to the now well-trodden path, especially for you, Wally, Finbar, with all the visits to a piece, to the grand mansion of the Grand Connoisseur. Everin is standing there in his best.
Are we in our best?
And is motioning many people in. By the way, how did you guys want to dress?
Are we supposed to have dressed up? The Finbar, I don't know you got the invite.
You know
right?
everything I told you.
I assume we had to dress up.
Finbar has given up on trying to make sure you guys look your best for this party. He doesn't care. He is technically no longer a member of the guild. But he's going to wear his formal whites one last time for this party. He's all dressed up.
All right, well, Finbar is dressing up. I feel like we need to dress up too, right? We should follow his lead on that.
I was already planning on wearing my nicer monk outfit,
All right,
Yeah,
with
that's
our
my
party
cane
dress
out.
again.
Yeah.
I don't have
okay.
time to get buffed and shined out, but I might ask Elise if she has prestidigitation to just kind of give me a quick polish.
She's... I assume she's going to be there, actually, so you can see her at the party when you arrive. You guys make your way. Everyone is dressed in the nines. You enter. You see all these chefs entering Finbar. People you recognize, people you don't recognize. None of them are dressed up. They're all wearing chef stuff. You guys are dressed to the nines. Everyone else is in day-to-day whatever. Some of them are wearing the guild uniform too, but even that kind of blurs together instead of looking like everyone's dressed up, more like everyone's just wearing a uniform to work.
We never got an invitation for the last gala, so we don't know whether there was a dress code on the invitation or not.
Anyone who gives us a
think we
weird look
technically
is just
got
getting
one.
glared at. What are you looking at?
Do you think Tavian's going to recognize you now that you're not
I
blue
don't
anymore?
think Davian's in the guild. So
Davian is
so
not in the
true.
guild.
No,
Maybe
is it
he's
just
a
the
friend
guild?
of
Oh, I
somebody.
guess it is just the
Yeah.
guild, yeah.
Yeah.
But you see Elise greet you close to the door. You all look very nice. You especially. She gives a little kiss to Finbar.
Aww.
Kind of give her a kiss back.
Little Greek chorus over here.
Why are you so dressed up?
I think we misinterpreted what Hero was asking us for here.
Is this not how parties work?
I think it's less of a party and more like okay. Yeah, I shouldn't speculate. Hira has told me nothing, which is par for the course. But I know everyone's gathering in the hall actually where we had the party. So
Okay, interesting.
if you want,
Sure.
I have the authority to just shove our way to the front.
Is this thing starting right away, or can I get dressed? I'm sure I have a change of clothes back.
Pretty sure it's gonna start soon.
Okay.
You know, you look fine. There's other people in the guild uniforms here. You know, the students in the blue and white, and you know, it's. I don't think
you're
it's a big
looking
deal.
pretty good too. All right.
You don't stand out like that. Trust me, no one's gonna be looking at you with them next to you.
All right. Yeah.
Thanks,
Is that an
Louise.
insult or a threat?
Threat? Why would that be a threat?
There are more things than just those two.
Danny, you know I would never threaten you.
Let's get going. Right.
I feel like that was.
I'd be taking my life into my own hands.
I imagine this conversation happening like in front of everyone. Like we're kind of like blocking the door.
Yeah. All right. They should stop. You know, barking my territory. Let's go. Brings you in past all the crates. The crates are all back, by the way. Like you've seen it before, where it's all messy.
Oh yeah.
And then it was cleaned out for the party. There's just shit everywhere again. It's a mess again. But leads you through and into the Great Hall. There's like tons of people milling about here. You know, it's people who have been summoned for like an announcement, wasn't it? Was in the invitations. There was an announcement, but like no one else here knows what's going on. They're all like talking to each other. You hear a lot of whispers of like, oh, like do you know what it's about? Like, oh, like maybe like Trossy's like stepping down or something after what happened last week, and like, but like why would this new person be involved with that? Like that doesn't make sense. There's a lot of like that kind of going around. And you guys mill for a little bit. If there's anything you want to say to Elise, if not,
I'll just ask Dani to store my cane in her bag of holding, and I'll just kind of turn my sash back into a scarf.
Yeah, I have like a little clutch, and I put the bag of holding in the clutch. So that it's just like a Mary Poppins bag that Dani is shoving stuff into the clutch of holding.
What do you want by the way, what do you want your bag of holding to look like? The cannon bag of holding looks stupid as shit, so.
Like an exceptionally large messenger bag, but pretty like utilitarian in terms of appearance. Like I just want Dani to be able to wear it across her body, basically, or like attach it to her belt, so it's more
messenger baggy.
Yeah, but not like a professor's really nice messenger bag. Like this one's been around the block. It's a little beat up on the outside.
Okay, yeah. You put the just to be a little less conspicuous. Like going to a place you're overdressed up and like taking off the suit jacket and like undoing the tie and roll the sleeves. You're like, I'm casual now.
I'll like pin up the dress so it's shorter. So like Dani just like pulls it up and like safety pins it around the top.
It's not that kind of party, Dani. Jeez.
Whoa.
Yeah, I mean, I hope. I have no idea. I hope he's not looking for a new chef, because that would be. that would really hurt if this is how I found out.
Yeah.
I think I'm actually back on high alert mode.
Yeah,
last
this is
time we
sus.
were here, it was bad, and we just dealt with an existential threat to the Chef's Guild, and now they're all in one place.
Yeah.
I don't want to freak anybody else out in case I'm just being bad at parties again, but I'm on high alert, I think.
No, same here.
I'm gonna
just not super comfortable with this one.
I'm gonna have my shield out and make sure I have it, and because technically I'm not in the armor, but I have the shield and my sickle, so that's it.
You have the shield. Elise looks at you. She says, "You really think that's what this is about?"
I don't know. This a big announcement. No, nothing formal, or it's just everybody in one room. It's kind of awkward.
Awkward and stuffy. I hope they get on with it. Oh, there it is. You see the lights all begin to dim. The dancing lights that were here before, and there's like they kind of coalesce and make kind of like a spotlight around. There's a huge balcony before, which is Kyana, where you ran up with Karun and Trossi the first time.
Oh yeah, good times.
And indeed, you see Karun and Trossi emerge, dressed in fine flowing green to match the hair robes. Hello all! I trust I need no introduction to any of you. It is a pleasure to see so many familiar faces gathered in one place. It's like a graduation here tonight. I'm pleased, beyond pleased, in fact, to introduce our host for this grand event, the so-called self-proclaimed Grand Connoisseur from royalty from the plane of air. Please put your hands together for Hira. Steps to the side. Hira floats out, arms way up. Are you not entertained style?
Oh, of course. Golf clap.
Oh no.
And
no.
here's where you realize they have very similar voices. Hello all! So many faces. It's been so long, ever since the last time ended, well, let's say, less than stellar. I'm so excited to have more here to gaze upon my fine collection. And, well, it's an honor to be in the presence of so many talented craftsmen as yourself. Ricciardi steps forward and says, Indeed. In fact, that is the reason you're all gathered here today. We have been discussing, Hero and I have become fast friends as of late. We have so many experiences, and the Grand Collector himself would like to partake in some. And given everything that's happened to the guild recently, I want a reminder that we are hearty and as strong as ever. And so, Grand Connoisseur, if you would. Yes! Please. Steps forward now, floats down over the railing, so floating over everyone. Says, Ricciardi and I have discussed it, and he has agreed to allow me to put forth a challenge to the guild and all of its members. In 1 week's time, I will sample whatever dish you see fit to bring me here in front of any who wish to view it.
Honestly, I am immensely relieved already. I'm immediately like, oh, thank God, it's just weird hero bullshit. Oh, we're not all getting shot or whatever. Okay.
Just
Well, you
fire
never know.
squatting you.
This is gonna be good, Finbar.
I have learned that, though my collection is vaster than perhaps anyone else, they would say, I severely lack in experiences sheltered here, and I wish to rectify that, beginning with my palate. But I do not ask you to do this for nothing, no. What sort of benefactor would I be if I asked for that? No. All who compete will earn my highest regards. But more importantly,
But of course.
to the winner, the creator of the sole greatest dish to grace my plate, to them I offer this. Reaches into the pocket and holds aloft. From your view near the front, the shining lights glint off of a golden ring that they're holding aloft in the light. You hear there's like kind of like some shuffle or something, like some people, there's a big dramatic pause, and you hear kind of crickets, but there's some people shuffling and stuff. It has but only one charge left. But if you know what you want, then one is all you need. At this point, you hear the crowd begin to whisper, talking, come back and forth in hushed voices. Like, some people are like, what do you think that could, like, what are they offering, like, work or something? Elise turns and says, shh! To the winner! The greatest of their craft, I offer whatever they please. To the winner, I offer a wish. You hear at this point people, the crowd goes fucking nuts. Like, people are shouting and like people like pushing back and forth against each other. Ricciardi steps forward and does the like Dumbledore like silent, like their voice projects extremely. It's not a shout. It's just heard by everyone simultaneously.
I can do that
but
too.
even in their exactly, even in their like kind of lilting voice, silence, please. I know that such a thing is unbelievable to most, but rest assured I have verified it myself. This great boon will be offered to but one benefactor, one person who competes, but feel free among you to work however you please. A wish can in fact benefit many. At this, we leave you. We are sure you have many preparations to get underway. And we shall see you all again in a week. Good luck. And have fun. You see people begin to like storm out. Like this is Top Chef, ready, set, go. Everyone,
Yeah,
it's a week, but for some, in the Planescape, some dishes are going to take 7 days. You see people begin to like shout out. People are Elise turns to Finbar and the rest of the party and she has just closed mouth, the biggest smile you can imagine. Her eyes are like wide, and she looks at you. She's like,
The last boss is Elise.
"Are we gonna fucking do this?"
It's like, I think we got this one in the bag.
I mean, you and me,
Yeah.
my guidance, your assistance.
We just gotta get some fun ingredients.
Well, I have a thought on that.
I'm gonna lean over to
Come
like
on.
Virla and Kyana and be like, why do I feel like we just got entered into a cooking competition by proxy?
She grabs your hand, Finbar, and leads you through the crowd.
I'm
yes,
just so
you guys.
glad that nobody got hurt.
She's
Oh my
heading
God.
towards. She's heading towards the kitchen, which is upstream of the entire crowd. You guys are obviously able to follow.
Everyone's
Nice.
going that way.
Oh,
We're
yeah.
going
Let's
the
do
other
our
way.
Everyone's
own
leaving.
team.
Yeah.
Let's compete
Lives
against
here.
Finbar and
So.
Elise.
Let's go.
Yeah, you guys take your own. For the Grand Connoisseur, we have peanut butter on crackers.
We got the spike tart at the very bottom
Found the
of the
spot our
abyss.
plug and pushed it under the oven.
Yes, so...
It's only a little
Can
greasy.
Kyana, Virla,
I'm
and
sure
Dani
Crude
enter
Trucker's never eaten anything
separately?
like it.
We'll help you get whatever ingredients you need, but I fully stand by. We should have to also roll checks to see if we can cook something like with whatever's around the
Yes.
ship on
Look,
the day of.
it's already spoken for that the three of us are going to help Finbar and Elise in whatever
Yeah.
way possible, but that
Of
gives
course,
us
of
free
course.
reign
Gives us
to
free
do whatever the
reign.
fuck we want!
That's
Yes.
part of being our like little weird found family unit thing. Like, yes, we'll of course help you with everything, but also if we have a chance to fuck with you a
Yes.
little.
Yeah,
We won't mess with
we'll
your
do what you
entry.
ask, but not in the way you want. Much like a
Yeah.
wish, actually.
But I think we
there we
should
go.
also enter.
I'm counting
I'm not
down
joking.
until I figure out that when he said a wish, he meant something magical. Because I genuinely don't think Kyana has any way of knowing that wish spells exist.
It's deep lore there, legend. It's possible Kyana would not know at all.
I could be
Who
blue
would have
again.
told me about it?
Who would have told you?
Danny's first thought.
We gotta win, Virla.
The first,
You and me,
the first
baby.
arc of Dragon Ball when they undercut and they have
Yeah.
him wish for panties instead to stop the bad guy.
Yep.
That's
Oh,
where
God.
I'm worried this might be going.
Oh,
There's,
man.
I don't know what the name of it is. Like, Wisdom of Crowds audience, if you know, I'm sure I could Google it. There's some Animaniacs special where they're like poor and they're trying to get to a wishing star.
It's
that
the
fell from
movie.
the
It's
sky.
Wacko's Wish, the movie.
Okay, Wacko's Wish the
yeah.
movie. There you go. I'm glad you know. And he wishes for 2 hay pennies.
Yeah.
Because I think the whole movie he's like, I'm gonna wish for a hay penny, and they're like, that's a terrible wish, don't do that. And then he's like, they're like, what do you wish for? He's like, not 1, but 2 hay pennies.
Yeah.
No, it's hilarious as well because I don't know. We're not gonna get into this. This is just gonna be a
So
dissection of the
happy.
Animaniacs.
That like her and Atrocity didn't get kidnapped a third time. That
Yeah.
like all the manic
Yeah.
energy that we were like sitting on for the party is boiling over.
Karuna
Girl
Joss
is
is just your
shell-shocked,
lowest
personally.
Yeah. The next time I rescue him, he says, "We gotta stop meeting like this," and then it's official.
You see, she pushes stuff out of the way off a table. I mean, actually, your kitchen is always kept very neat. But she goes and pulls out, moves books. Where is it? Pulls out a book, puts it down on the table, opens it, turns around the book, and slides it to you, Finbar. She goes, if we're really gonna do this, it's got to be the big one, the unfinished dish.
Yeah.
You see the recipe that was never followed, the recipe that that you, Elise, and Cardamon had started before Cardamon passed. The dish, I have it here actually.
I'm gonna turn to Virla and
If they're
dish.
Kyana,
big, if someone
and I'm
couldn't
gonna pull out
finish
the
it.
multi-tool and be like, if we're gonna do this, it's gotta be the big one.
2 crackers on with the peanut butter.
Two
Wait,
crackers.
Best
cracker,
sandwich.
peanut butter cracker. Oh,
It's just Danny walks up, cracks the top off a bottle of Danny and hands it to him like a Coca-Cola commercial.
I don't think you've ever had anything like this.
Definitely never had anything like this.
Current Atrocity said personally that he's never had anything like me. So
Oh boy.
The dish, Storge, the primary ingredient known as Sweet Twilight, Deruthai,
sorry.
a fruit that is difficult to find.
What plane is it on? Where we have to fucking go, Austin?
Where are we going?
We gotta
She
lay out
looks-
the blueprints. We
She
need our
looks at you,
heist planning
Finbar.
montage.
She says, "Are you in for it?"
Watch it be in the abyss.
You already know. Let's go.
Oh, please. We wouldn't go anywhere as nasty as the Abyss. Come on, you know me. Now,
That
it
would
actually
be
grows on
ridiculous.
lots of different planes. The problem is the fruit only forms and ripens when it's twilight. Which means there's only one place in the whole planescape we can go to guarantee there'll be a fruit ripening. We gotta go to the Beastlands.
Ooh.
More specifically, the second layer of Brux, which means that we're gonna need a guide when we get there as well, because simply arriving in Kragala is not gonna be enough.
Yeah, I think I know somebody.
But we
It's
do
happening.
But we do have a head start.
That's true.
In terms of people trying to get to planes, since you are in possession of a Spelljammer that I'm sure you'll be happy to lend us the use of.
Yes?
Of course.
If we had a captain, I'm sure they'd be able to make this decision easily.
Yeah.
I was thinking that the three of us are still outside contemplating that.
I imagine the three of us are standing
I
right
think we've
outside the
already drawn
kitchen,
up
like
blueprints.
figuring
Yeah,
out
yeah.
our dish.
It's like,
No,
okay,
but if we
hear me out.
overhear,
Okay.
like, we are absolutely like, yes, of course.
But yeah, okay, cracker, peanut butter cracker, hear me out. And then more peanut butter cracker, right?
Have you considered jelly then, cracker?
Oh, you're so right. Wait, can we take that? Is that a problem?
Peanut butter and jelly?
That doesn't seem very
Guys,
plausible.
Yeah,
Peanut
y'all
butter,
could
jelly, and a little bit of like chili crisp in there. Make it just a little bit. Just a little bit.
You're a sick person.
Why
Y'all
don't we
can
all
practice.
something from our individual planes and make some sort of combined dish?
Ooh, like what's them? They're like the boards that are like the like charcuterie. Like what is it?
Charcuterie.
Charcuterie.
Charcuterie. The girl that's hard to get.
All right, y'all could use whatever's in the kitchen to make whatever god awful.
Hell
dish
yeah,
you
we're
wanna
getting
make.
that thing in the bag.
But one stipulation: please clean up after yourselves.
Oh yeah, of course.
Okay.
Of course, Finbar.
Yeah.
Do we have all the other ingredients that you need for Thorgay?
I pick
Well-
up the.
There's a
I
lot.
pick up
So
the-
here's the cool thing about Storye is that it's a central. The fruit is made down into a central, almost like soup, very thick, and then there are a myriad of other things that can be added to it, almost fondue style. To you can dip things in and enjoy it. So.
There's a place in this world for the peanut butter cracker.
There's a place on the plate for peanut butter crackers.
Yes.
So there are all sorts of things you can get, but if you're gonna make this dish, it's Feywild, by the way. It's a Fey delicacy. It's a communal thing. It's supposed to be a very difficult to make because the fruit the flower blooms and the fruit ripens very rarely in the Feywild, right? Because the sun rises and sets there, so it's very rare to find. But then it would be a very special show to a community to make it for everyone because it's extremely hard to do. So this is a communal love type kind of gesture, right? This is why Cardamom is teaching it to you. But a lot of the things could be gathered on Sigil or could be found pretty easily some other ways. But the centerpiece, the fruit, has got to be done by you guys. No one else is going to have that just lying around. Which is what makes it such a knock it out of the park dish. Anything else, all these other people in Sigil could get the ingredients for.
Well, I'm excited for the Beastlands because Finbar's mentioned them before, and I'm
Yes.
curious.
One of my favorite places.
They're fun.
Should we
Ooh.
spend
What?
a
Have you
day
been there?
here in Sigil to collect all the necessary ingredients that we need, and then we'll head off to the Beastlands?
Yeah, for sure.
Should we split
yes,
up?
sure.
Speed up that way? I don't know.
It gives the three of us time to figure out what we will make.
That's true.
Oh, you're
Finbar
so
and Elise
right.
Can buy their ingredients.
We have-
and as we walk
we
back
have a
to the
little
ship,
bit on the
Three of
ship.
us can grab stuff too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, I want to talk to that meat guy we talked to the last time we ate lunch here.
Maybe not that meat guy.
Yeah,
Do you know
no.
any other meat guys?
No.
Well,
there's
Why would I know any
plenty
other
of
meat
meat
guy?
guys.
The first meat guy was out at home. It was his husband that ran it, so maybe
Oh,
we'll
you're
find
right,
the first
the other
guy.
meat
was,
guy.
Bowman?
Sparks and Bowman. Yeah. I think-
Anyway, should we
Bauman,
get the
Bauman,
ingredients in Sigil
Bauman.
first, and then I got our way back down to the ship, and then we can take off?
Well, we got some stuff in this kitchen, and there's some stuff in the kitchen on the ship.
Oh, true. Yeah, I mean it's crazy stocked here.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
then
Oh,
we should-
Here doesn't know what I buy.
Why would he?
Yeah.
they should just pay for the bills. Yeah, you see, goes through, starts pulling out all kinds of like rare meats and some spices and stuff like that.
Bring that
just
bag over.
starts handing them to like Dani and Veer, like Kyana, just like, here, you carry that. You
Start
carry
putting
that.
stuff in the clutch of
More
holding.
arms.
Yeah.
More arms.
Oh,
Yeah.
perfect. Yeah. Bag of holding.
Oh god.
Oh, duh.
All right.
You're allowed
Nope.
to see anything
Yeah.
good added to
Sure.
the bag.
Yes. Grab a
Spare
bag
no
of chips.
expense.
Hey, they do have protein powder here.
Kiana's new
I love the
fitness
idea.
phase.
That's
Danny
for
and
Everett.
Marilla
He says
never
he's trying
having
to
had feed
bulk up.
themselves is gonna go
Oh, really?
awful.
We should talk.
I love how in like this demi-plane that Hira has, it's just a modern kitchen. Like, oh,
Yeah. I don't
Stainless
know.
steel.
It's
Several
magic.
burners.
Why not?
Yeah.
Straight up electric mixer.
yeah.
Air
Powered
fryers.
by
Yes.
tiny lightning.
So
Proving drawer
It's a cantrip.
specifically for proving dough.
Yeah.
Amazing. Yeah, so you guys can go through and gather stuff up, and then if there's anything specific you want to get, otherwise we'll skip to being underway.
Let's go.
Yeah. If we're if the three of us are serious about this, I will absolutely go forward with it. I don't know
I'm
what we're gonna
100
do, but
Noir, I am 100% serious. I think we should also. The more of us enter, the better statistically our chances of winning by like pure luck are.
I kind
Wait,
of
so
look
does
at
that mean-
Elise
does that mean,
as,
though, that-
as she
that-
says that, like, yeah, I guess, yeah, that makes sense. But,
does that mean though
like,
that
I
so then
think
we
got this.
individually should make our own
There's
dishes rather than us
one
collaborating?
submission per guild member, maybe? I didn't actually get the logistics of it, but we could submit the good dish under my name, and then you guys could submit whatever
Yeah.
you want under Finbar's.
Yeah.
Do not steal credit for us. We will take credit for the dish that we make.
We're tight with here.
Alright.
I bet they would let us enter on our own. It's fine, right? We'll
We're
figure it
not
out when we
guild
get
members.
to it.
It'll be
I
fine.
didn't consider
It'll be
this.
fine.
We are not guild members.
When we
Yeah,
show
that's
up
why-
on the day of,
Yep.
we'll just put our food on the table, and if they eat it and they like it, then we sort of just win by default. What are they gonna do? Not eat
That
it?
is true.
Let's just be fine. We'll figure out the details later. If there's
All right,
one
let's
thing I know
go.
how to do, it's win by the seat of my pants. So I think
Amazing, yeah.
We got
it's going
it.
to take you a little bit to sail, so the faster you get underway, because who knows how
Yeah.
long the actual...
We're saying this
you know,
as we're like
trip
making our
in-
way
Yeah,
to
yeah,
the
yeah,
Aspera.
So you guys, quickly
armor
move through the city,
still.
make it back to the ship. Ingredients are set out. Finbar and Elise, I assume plans start to be drawn. You guys
Oh, I will
hit
read
the
through the
gas
spell check.
and plane shift out to... Yeah, whoever's going to pilot, plane shift out to the Astral Sea.
Yeah, I'll
The-
pilot. Yeah.
Excitement over the next hours fades down as the monotony of, or not the monotony, but the routine that you guys have formed takes place out of Sigil, out of the craziness. Still that excitement in your stomach, but moving now towards something you're very familiar with, the calm of the Astral Sea. Gremlins, are you actually gonna make a plan? I would love to hear this.
do we make a plan, or do we just keep saying that we're gathering random ingredients, and at the end of it, whenever this competition happens, the three of us have to actually figure out what these ingredients are?
I mean,
We procrastinate until the last day.
I mean, in the last week, I've read a
I'm in
book
this
that had
picture
a
and I
lot
don't
of
like
inform-
I'm kind of in the kitchen with Dani and Kyana, and I'm just like, okay, so this is where I keep these. This is where the breads are at, and I open up the fridge. I'm like, okay, so if you're gonna use that, just make sure you refill it after you're done.
Of course, yeah.
Wash your hands, proper. This is how you use a knife. And I turn to Dani.
Maybe if I hit the
Curl your
engine again,
fingers
we can get more
in so that
flumps.
you don't.
Yep.
No. Don't do that.
We're not doing that.
Bare ingredients on call, though. Like, it could be a thing.
They have feelings. You know that, right?
I don't know.
They have
Maybe the engine
dreams.
makes other things that don't have feelings. I haven't hit it a lot of times yet, to be completely honest.
Most things that are alive have feelings. Just letting you know.
Oh,
So
Come on, watch a Pixar movie.
yeah.
So, and I slowly put the knife away. I'm like, okay, anyways. And then I show her where the already prepared meats are. And then various juices, the wines, where the booze is. And
I thought fancy people ate, like, uncooked meats, That was, like, a thing, like,
some of, yeah,
Sashimi.
tartar.
sushi. We got
Yeah.
some.
Yeah,
some
like the
stuff in here.
compestry at the party.
Yeah.
Some things are already perfection. You don't need to actually mess with them.
Wait, were those the talking mushrooms?
Yeah, the singing
Those were
mushrooms.
those were live.
That's a little too uncooked, I think, for me.
Oh,
and
nothing,
lastly,
are you like a nothing with a
here
face
are
kind of
the
situation?
peanut
Nothing that's
butter
currently alive and
those are the
talking.
crackers.
Oh,
dog.
fantastic.
I've also got
I actually
these.
already know where the peanut butter is because it's really good to add to smoothies for a little bit of protein.
I
So there's
vote
less
we
peanut
put
butter
in
than we
one
expect.
of Kyana's protein smoothies.
Yeah, there's a lot of.
I feel like the plan is morphing from peanut butter and crackers to just a stew that we put anything and everything in.
A smoothie that we just add whatever we think is right to, not a recipe. We just whatever we've landed on at the end, we just put in the blender, and then we say it's a
I've
smoothie.
actually had that
Stupidest bit.
Yeah, me too.
where like anything and everything. So foods that should not mix, like a Dole fruit cup with ketchup, and then we had to drink it for Truth or Dare.
Oh, yeah, I haven't done that, but
Yeah.
Wally, I'm so sorry that this like very genuine cooking competition immediately became,
Nope.
ooh, what if the 3 non-chefs also entered?
Honestly, it's a mood. Do it.
I think
Yeah,
at some
yeah.
point Virla would like to actually try cooking a dish, like just try and remember something that, like an omelet or something that like Finbar has
Hey.
cooked often to see
Classic.
what like the baseline for Virla's actual cooking.
Do you want to try?
Sure, yeah.
Okay. Go ahead, and there's no proficiency bonus here. I assume you're kind of following Finbar's lead, so go ahead and make a wisdom check.
Okay. I'm actually not too bad at those.
Ooh, you aren't.
That's a natural 17, so 19.
Oh, okay.
19. Yeah, pretty. You know, it's pretty good. You apply some of your mathematical mind to it to, precisely crack the egg with just the right force. You don't get any eggshells in there, and then maintain a consistent temperature for the omelet. Elise and Finbar are like full planning preparation mode. They're gonna need this, and you're just in the background, like slow,
Just like the thought.
Baymax style, just like slowly lifts it and like shuffles, and then does the flip catch. No one sees.
At some point, can I like strike up conversation and just ask, so what made that recipe unfinished between you two and Cardamom? If I may ask, I don't mean to pry.
damn, my passive perception is 15. Do I notice the temperature in the room drop?
I mean, Elise will go by your lead, Finbar. Finbar, if you pause, she'll say something, but...
Well, he already has the basics for it, and like it's a dish common in the Feywild. It's extremely hard to do, but his version of the dish was more about how we prepare the fruit, and it took a while. Like we had to get it took multiple trips to the Beastlands to get this fruit, because every time he messed it up, it wasn't quite perfect. And his last final notes, when he thought he had it down, we needed to make one more trip, but he was very old, and we never really got a chance to make that trip and see whether or not his final alteration to the recipe was it, And trust me, the previous iterations, fantastic. Like you didn't think it could get better, but he was sure that this was it, and we really wanted to do it, but we just never got around to it. So
I think he'll be very happy that you were attempting it one final time.
I think so too.
Dani, I'm really sorry. I'm now fully invested in this.
Dani's
I
in
don't
the
think I
engine
should
try
give
my
my full
omelet.
attention to the peanut butter stacker cracker.
Dani is in the engine room doing all this, but I assume listening through the wall, like, damn.
Yeah, trapdoor's open. Elise nods. She says,
Of course.
yeah, no, he was always one to try and take something good, see if it could be better.
I see those qualities in both of you, for what it's worth.
Appreciate that.
That is cute.
What was he like?
You don't meet a lot of Furbolg out on the Astral Sea. Most of us stay home. Really, there's no call to adventure, because home is where it's at. Why go anywhere else? The Feywild is a great place. But once I got out here, and I met another Furbolg, and it turns out it's a giant world. And Cardamom was the guy that showed me that there's more than just Hunkill. And he taught me everything I know. Every recipe he pulls out the cookbook. You know, this is Cardamon's. And he pulls out another one. This one's from the village. You know, and then he pulls out a third one. This one's from my days at the academy, from the guild. You know, it's like, and then he pulls out a fairly newer looking one, and this is the new one from the one I started when I started with all of y'all. So it's a part of who I am.
I was gonna ask if we tried any dishes that Cardamom had made, but I guess not.
Most of them have been.
Oh.
So,
Only the best dishes out there, you know.
yeah.
He got things right. Patient a man as you'd ever meet.
Well, this is very exciting then. Can you check if my omelet is seasoned enough?
Yeah. So he's like, oh, this looks really good. He takes it, he cuts it in half. He puts one for himself. He gives it a taste, and he's like, looks like we got some competition. This is really good. Since he's great.
Omelet.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
It's a
Do not
perfect
finish it. I
circle,
will be
like no matter what the flavor is.
Do not finish it. I will be submitting it next week.
As he says that, he's taking like the last bite. I'm sure you can do it again.
Oh, that's really good.
Inspiration from making the DM nearly break.
Inspiration. I've given us so many this session. I can't not give an inspiration for that one.
Take it,
oh
baby.
my god.
Hell yeah. That's what I'm here for.
You guys work
That's all I live
around.
for.
Elise is like, you guys work. Elise is like going through. She goes to get a knife. She's like, why are there child locks on the knife drawer?
Look, I mean, most of them are there for decoration. She'll get in them anyways, but it's more about the message.
Oh, okay, yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
You do realize that Dani has magnets, right? She has been.
Dani has thieves'
She
tools.
Yeah. And she's really good at using them.
No lock can keep Dani out, except for the one that you guys once had to pick.
Yeah.
It's important that my
Maxim's
powers
store,
only
right?
work when it is humorous or thematically appropriate, okay?
You mean you could have slipped out of that any time?
I
No,
was
only
gonna
when
say,
it was
she's
funny.
Yeah.
Full tune.
I imagine almost montage style. We see like over the hours here, like Virla has to go up to the helm, so like fast forward. It's just Elise and Finbar constantly in here, and everyone else comes in. Like Plug comes in, starts like batting stuff around. Obviously.
Also, I would travel up to the helm because I know this portal. Like I've.
So you can give a bearing. You have a stone map. You can give a bearing to Virla.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna need for you would know this, and I'll give. Oh, you, the person Wally, you're going to need to head to Signpost, because Signpost is the only scrap of something that resembles civilization there, and it's where all the shepherds and all the wilders, which are the same group of people, different names for the same group of people, the guides for the Beastlands, it's where they come back to, not because they like it, because that's just where people get dumped out, and when they need, the kind of people who need guides, which wouldn't be you, by the way, if you weren't traveling to a layer of the plane.
Yeah, we gotta get
which
to a
is,
whole other spot.
Here's a note. First of all, this is the first time you guys are traveling to the second layer. I mean, not the first time your characters have done it necessarily, but the first time in the campaign we're traveling from layer 1 of a plane of existence to layer 2. Each one, like, you guys have to sail to each portal, but it's not that much of a challenge. You just have to know where one is. Each layer becomes progressively harder to get to and is more ingrained with the philosophy of for the most part, more ingrained with the philosophy of the plane of existence. This is especially true of the Nine Hells. It's especially true of Mount Celestia. It's especially true of the Abyss. The Beastlands is kind of like, each plane is kind of its own thing, but certainly traveling between them is no joke. It becomes progressively harder to do that. So it's kind of a big deal that you're heading to layer 2. And second is, because you guys have now ticked over from the good side of the wheel over to, this is our first tick into chaos. On the chaos half of the Great Wheel, portals between layers of those planes are not constant. Within, so Mechanus is one layer, but within, within Biotopia, it's easy, quote, to get to the other plane, right? You can always see it. It's there. It's a lawful world and thus is constant. The portals from layer 1 to layer 2, from Krigala to Brux of the Beastlands, are always shifting. There's never one you can rely on. That's part of what makes the planes of chaos. The portals between the layers are always changing. And so you need someone who's capable of finding one of those if you got to get to layer 2, which is why you're going to require a guide. So that's context that Finbar probably would have shared with all of you guys. But yes, you're currently heading towards a portal that will dump you out into Signpost, which is, again, the only thing that kind of resembles a settlement in the entire of the Beast Lands. But time goes on. The plans are made. Like, we see that, like, fast forward through the kitchen. Kyana's in there making a smoothie. Dani
has an idea for cooking. Because she doesn't really know how to work anything in the kitchen, but she does know how to work the engine of the ship. So she's gonna take a cracker at one point and perform a little experiment, putting the cracker on a plate like right next to the motive force generator and playing Lucky Bolt to see if she can maybe like infuse the cracker with an effect.
I'm gonna have to say it has to be sufficiently damaging. Like, it has to like upset the motive force generator. Cracker's not gonna do it.
No, I'm saying playing Lucky, like put the cracker in front of the motive force generator and then throw like a little bolt at it, like I'm playing Lucky Bolt. As like a test for potentially a larger scale version later on. Danny's just trying to get the hang of this new cooking implement.
Go ahead and just roll me a d6.
D6?
I would love a
D6.
Wild Surge magic table that's
We're gonna
just
see
like food effect based.
4.
4, you're not able, doesn't happen very often. In fact, it was kind of lucky that you managed it before. But, yeah, there's probably more time to be spent doing it. But at least for this duration, you're not able to trigger another surge. I can't believe you keep doing this.
You gave me a big button that says push for funny effects.
No, that's true. Yeah, it's all my fault.
Look, the more you keep denying Lucky Bolt, the more she's going to keep looking at that Anarch Orb.
Which is fine with me, honestly.
I think that there's a way to use the motive force generator to infuse our cooking with a fun effect that may just give us that edge we need.
If you turn it into some sort of like microwave, you could just put something in there, close it.
Yeah, I thought you were turning it into like a brick oven type deal.
Yeah.
No, I think after an hour, it occurs to me that the Astral Sea is a sea and thus might have fish in it, and then I just start like stare over the edge to see if I spot anything for a while.
Perception check.
Perception check? Okay.
Could I give her my ring of water walking if I notice this? Just so that she
16.
can just...
Yeah, 16 and ring of water walking. Where is it? Where did I send it?
Slowly, the number of surfaces that I can walk on grows.
Actually, that's fair. I'll just give it to her permanently. She's gonna have more use out of this than I will.
I have a ring of water walking now. That's so cool.
You can walk on any surface, liquid or solid. Now you just need the
Does that
ability
include
to walk
lava?
on air.
I feel like we've had this conversation.
This includes lava, yes.
Really?
You do still,
God.
I think, take heat damage from the lava.
Yeah, you can still get burned
but
from
you don't
lava. Like, you're not immune
on
to the
impact.
heat of lava.
Okay, here's my question. Can Kyana walk up waterfalls?
Ooh, that's
yeah,
very
totally.
badass.
Oh, that's sick. Okay, yeah, definitely. I like this energy. Kyana, it's yours.
Okay, I'm adding it to my equipment.
Roll a d10. So that's high enough to
D10?
spot something if something swims past. Let's roll a d10 and see what we see.
6.
6? Yeah. You see, it takes a while, but you see at one point a fish that is clear, except it has a like pulsing red going through it. Swims. It's pretty deep under there, but you see swims.
More than 10 feet deep under there?
Yes.
Okay. There goes my plan.
But you know there's astral fish out there now.
Wow.
Wait a
I
minute.
don't know how fishing works.
If there's astral fish, then
No.
there's astral fishing.
No!
There is astral fishing.
How fucking dare you? You put a fishing minigame in my goddamn D&D. That's it. The podcast's over. We're done. We're not making any more episodes.
Yeah, that's it. This is
We
now
have
an
become
astral
that which I
fishing
hate.
podcast.
I'm sorry, it's the end.
That was the
Forget
goal all
this
along.
like Sonder thing. We're gonna do or Storge. Sorry. From now on, it's a
I
skill
tried to
challenge
put
for
a fishing
fishing.
game in the very first episode. I couldn't find a fish that was good enough of a challenge for you guys, so instead you got a frost salamander.
Thanks.
Fair enough.
Yeah, so I'm gonna say like 6 or 7 hours have passed now. You're still got a little ways to go to the portal, but huge chunk of the voyage out of the way. Elise and Finbar still working. She's looking through the notebook, trying to get your thoughts on like, what do you like? Any like ideas on like ingredients we could add to like kick this up a notch? Like what like a chef in your own right. She's picking your brain, even though she probably wouldn't admit it.
Yeah. She dismisses all of my ideas, but I know she's considering them.
Yes, yeah.
Oh my god.
So yeah, no. Once we get that through, everything gets a lot easier. We can prep X, Y, and Z right now. We can get that sauce going. Once we get that, the hardest part is just making sure we get in and out of Brugs no problem. So
that'll be easy. I mean, I would suck at it, but between you and all of them, like, this is your area. I hate to say it, but you guys kick ass at this stuff.
Why does she hate to say that? You guys are like fully in love.
I think Cardamon's gonna like to meet them.
yeah.
She's gonna kill us?
Danny just peeking out the engine room.
Boy, I'm glad we fixed the paranoia thing.
That was Virla.
Still.
All right. I think Cardamon would like this group too. So.
No, I mean, when we get the wish.
Oh.
And we bring him back, then.
What? Wait.
He'll like to meet him.
Ooh.
I don't know about that. Oh, what? No. Okay, we're gonna talk about what we're gonna do with the wish. I don't think that's the one.
It's a wish. It does anything. What bigger thing could there be to use it for? I mean, like, I'm sure there's other good things. Like, don't get me wrong.
Of course.
I understand. Like, and I appreciate the crew all wanting to do stuff and help out. Your friends are. I mean, the fact they're helping out here is. Don't tell them I say that, but I'm grateful for them for lending us, and I'll owe them 1,000 favors, and I mean, whatever I got saved up if they want it. But it's a wish. It can do anything. What else would we use it for?
But no. See, that man lived his life. It ended when it should have. I don't see what need is there to bring him back.
You don't know that the astral sea messes with people's ages. Who's to say if he was actually supposed to, how many times he went in and out, like if that was supposed to be the time, or I'm sure things have been extended or maybe even truncated.
I don't know, where is this all coming from? Like,
where is this coming from? This has been everything. Nothing's been the same since he died. I mean, I miss him. I know you miss him.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you want to talk to him again?
That would be nice, yes. But I've made my peace. Death is just a part of the journey. That's what makes it all worth it. So
makes it all. I mean, I'm not saying I wish he's gonna live forever. We'll just undo what happened and bring it back, and then I'm sure. And then one day there'll be another time, and that'll suck. But at least for now,
you willing to put him through all that again?
Put him through all that? Put him through what? Seeing us again?
No.
Put him through seeing his family again?
Look, Elise, we're gonna have to talk about this some other time.
We're talking about it right now.
His legacy, everything he's taught us, lives through me, through you, through the dishes that we make. And that should be, I know that is enough for me. Just because it is possible to bring someone back doesn't mean you should.
Of course, easy for you to say. You don't know what it was like. When you left, after he died, you went, where did you go? Home? To see your family? And listen, I'm glad you did, right? We all deserve to be around people we love when terrible stuff happens. But I didn't have any of that here in Sigil. I had you and Cardamon. So I'm sorry if I'm focused on, I don't have 1,000 families just rotating around that I just, pick up new ones of and to fall back on. This is what I've got. Cardamon and you are what I've got, okay? That
Well-
my job. That's Elise.
Well, I'm sorry for leaving. I shouldn't have done that. That's
You
all.
don't even know what you're apologizing for.
No, it's a long time coming. I'm sorry for leaving. And if I can make that up to you now, I will. You know.
You can. With this.
But it won't be with this.
You say you're sorry. How long were you in there, Finbar? When you went back to Hundgilm, Cardamon died and you went back to Hundgilm. How long was it that you were there? What was it, a day? What was it, 2 days?
It was that long. It's about that long, yeah.
It was very, Finbar. It was 6 months from me. You were gone. It was 6 months and I came back and they were throwing you a party still that you were home. And look, I'm sorry. I didn't bring it up before because I'm not angry at you for trying to do what made sense to make you feel better. No one should have to go through losing a loved one, and we all cope in our own ways, but it just sucks that you did it, and then you didn't even know what the problem was when you came back. Finn, you thought, what, I was mad at you because you wanted to go adventure? I know you love that. Hell, I see the fun in it. You didn't even realize how long you were gone.
I guess I never really knew. I guess.
Guess you did.
I really shouldn't have just went home and left you alone. You should have came
No,
with me.
you should have. It's maybe like the one thing you've ever done for yourself, and I never brought it up because I didn't want you to feel bad about it. That was the whole point. But
No,
it just
but
sucks now
now
for
it's got
me to
you-
have this fix, and you don't even realize what it's fixing for me.
I don't think it's going to be the fix you think it's going to be. Life moves in one direction. And I understand that sometimes it's tough. And I can't imagine what those 6 months were like for you. But if it's a family you need, you got me. I'm here now. You got them. They're here for you too. You know. And I understand the guild is more of a job for you, but understand that they got your back as well. You're gonna need time. You know, time that you didn't take during those 6 months. But this time, I'm here for you. When we get that wish, I'll do whatever it takes in my power to make that easier for you as well. But believe me when I say this, bringing back Cardamon ain't gonna be the fix you think it's gonna be.
When I get the wish, I'll show you that I was right. And if time is what you need to understand that, then take whatever you need. She's gonna walk out. She walks out and she goes up onto the top deck.
Hey, Elise, there's fish in here.
Just slowly close the trapdoor into the cabinet that I was halfway through crawling in.
You-
Heard just go back into the engine
You
room.
see, she gives a tight smile and a wave to you, Kyana, and then she walks to the bow, and Kyana's got enough passive perception. You see she does a little spell. A little sending.
Oh, well, I'm just gonna roll my tasty little insight check over here and get a 16.
Go for it.
What's
okay,
going
well,
on, DM?
She's upset.
Uh-huh.
She's frustrated. You see the look of someone who is looking at nothing but kind of bad, unpleasant choices and wants a way out. Is frustrated there isn't just a good choice in front of her and is trying to figure out what that is. Like what the best course of action is. And then you see she does, and she whispers something as she casts Ascending.
Normally, the person I'd go to for emotional support would be Finbar, but I feel like that wouldn't solve this for some
So
strange
will Kyana
reason.
go to Dani or Virla for emotional
Perfect
support?
insight.
Ooh.
Oh boy.
Make your choice, Kyana. Which one of us do you think will provide you with better emotional insight in this moment?
I don't think either of you are where Kyana's gonna go. I mean... Oh boy, I can just sense the emotional baggage.
Finbar's gonna call everyone down to the kitchen.
Oh, everyone?
He knows Elise is not gonna come.
Elise doesn't come.
Okay. Okay, well, that solves my problem of what the hell am I going to do next. I'll go down to the kitchen.
I'll bust through from the engine room.
Yeah, I'll go down as well.
Yeah,
y'all.
you guys, the ship slows, but you're not going to lose any real progress for a couple minute talk. Elise steals
All right.
it.
So, I messed up, y'all. So, after Cardamon died, I went back home for a little bit. Or what I thought was a little bit, but time is weird on the sea, crossing in and out of the Feywild. And I thought I'd been gone maybe a couple weeks. It felt like 2 days, but apparently it was something like 6 months. And she didn't deal with it as well as I did. I think she's gonna use the wish to bring Cardamon back.
Oh.
I'm of the mind that the dead should stay dead. I felt like he died when he needed to. He was not in pain. I was with him till the very end. He left me his stuff, his legacy, everything he's made me the man that I am. And as much as it'd be nice to see him again, as much as it'd be nice to show him everything that I've done, I don't think that kind of magic isn't a shortcut, to help her get over the feelings that she's feeling. So we got to do two things. We can't let her get that wish.
Oh, this already escalated.
And we got to help her deal with that pain. I don't know how to do that.
Finbar, what would you use the wish for if it was bestowed to you?
I don't need a wish. I got everything I want right here.
Oh.
But if you were given it?
If I was given a wish, I would give Elise the 6 months that she needed. So I'll go, me and her, I'll go through 6 months of whatever she's going through, so she could get over it. Even if it might take, I'll do that time warp essentially. She went through 6 months alone. It only took me 2 days. I'd swap it out.
Do you think she'd want that? I don't know if that would really balance the scales.
I think it's better than bringing Cardamon back.
Yeah.
Well, I have two responses to your argument.
I don't know if it's the smartest thing. I'm at my wit's end. I really
understand.
Everyone processes death and loss differently. You might not have needed the 2 months, and apparently 2 months, days.
I had 2 days. She had 6 months.
Well, that means that in the 6 months that she had, it was not enough for her.
But
I don't think
alone,
she needs more time.
That's true.
She was alone.
She did not have you. She did not have Cardamom. Well, the one thing that I will say is that, from what I understand, death is fairly nebulous within the context of the planescape. I do not think that there is any objective moral reason to keep the dead dead. And so then it is a matter more of personal philosophy. Personally, if one of you were to die, I would do everything in my power to get you back.
Oh, thank you.
Which leads me to my second point. In the very slim chance that I were to get that wish, I would figure out where my old crew was. I feel like on this I stand with Elise. I would let her see Cardamom.
I think you might both be right. I'm not entirely sure how this works, but Virla, when we first met, you pointed out the souls of the petitioners on the Astral Sea, and I sort of realized that death just meant relocation on some level. We travel all over the planescape. We've been to dimensions where people go when they die. Cardamom being dead means he's somewhere else. And I think that if Elise just wants to talk to him, there must be another way other than... Because, Finbar, you said he was very old, right?
As old as they get.
I'm not... I mean... I don't understand death very much. I barely understand being alive. There's a part of me that doesn't die, apparently. I don't know what that means for me. This is all new to me, and I won't pretend to be an authority on death and grieving. I mean, until very recently, I didn't have anybody I could have grieved if I lost them. And I've never experienced that, so I can't pretend to understand what Elise is going through, but I think what she needs... I think, Finbar, you're right. I don't think she needs Cardamom to be back, because if he's that old, he wouldn't be back for long, right? That's how that works.
I don't know how the magic works either,
Yeah.
but
Anyone can roll.
if we
a
can
religion
go
check for me
visit
real
him,
quick.
Religion?
Yeah.
yeah.
I have a +7. Yeah, actually, I have proficiency in religion. Why am I proficient in religion?
Please roll. I have a tasty +0 and no experience.
Religion.
I have a -2.
Hey!
That wasn't all that... That wasn't great. I rolled a natural 5, so that's only a 12.
12. I mean, it's
Yeah.
enough to know most resurrection magic doesn't typically work on people who die of old age. You can't be revived from that, but it's a wish. It's a wish.
So a wish could do it, but
Wish is the only
Well,
thing that.
a wish can do many things. It, at its basest form, allows you to cast a spell of any energy, of any power, without expending any of your own. But it can go beyond that. There are rules that arcanists have created, and they define the spells that are well known and well studied. But a wizard, or a person even, of enough power and enough craftiness could use a wish to shape the world however they so choose. Someone who is not as crafty can still use that wish, and if they word it poorly or think of the wrong intentions, it could go it might not go in their favor. I will say, though, of the only 2 people on this ship who are realistically, let us be honest here, in the running to receive that prize, both are working towards the same goal, to reach closure with the loss of a friend. And in that instance, I am sorry. I would let Elise figure out that closure in her own terms. If you say that it is not the best for her, that is for her to realize.
I do think that, Elise still deserves closure. I think we all agree on that. I think what we could do is see if we can figure out a way that she could talk to Cardamom without that, because, again, we sail across dimensions in a boat. I feel like there's probably a simpler, less reality warping way to talk to somebody.
This is true, and this is where the nebulousness of the wish spell comes into place. Does Elise simply want to talk to Cardamom, or does she want him back? And I don't think she is in a place for us to answer, for us to ask and for her to answer currently.
I think you're right.
Actually, I'm sorry, Finbar, I have a question.
Yeah.
When I was on deck, Elise whispered ascending to someone. Do you know who she might have been talking to?
Would I know that Elise knows the guide?
Elise probably knows the guide. But it's
Okay.
right about now that you guys all hear a buzzing sound.
Buzzing sound?
Oh?
Starts faint.
Okay.
Finbar notices it first, but it grows louder. Sort of like, almost like a helicopter sound. But, of course, you guys wouldn't know what a helicopter sounds like.
Well, this has been a real great philosophical discussion, but I think we got company.
Oh my god, Dani, how long have you been here?
The whole freaking time. You
Of
wanna know
course
Dani's
Dani is
take?
the we got company
Finbar, you're an
person.
asshole for leaving Elise alone when she needed you most. Grief is a real tough son of a bitch, and only by banding together people you care about can you get through it. I should know. I lost a friend like 6 months ago. Kyana, talking to people who are dead is really tricky. Otherwise, don't you think I would have talked to Egan by now? And Virla, you're taking way too clinical a look at this. We gotta go stop Elise from leaving, or else she's gonna bring your friend back from the dead. And he's gonna turn into goop or something, because she's a low-level spellcaster. Can we please go do that?
What? That was a lot of information.
Danny,
say-
oh my god, what a
All right, let's
what
go
a
on
Danny
attack.
way to handle. Just like, here, hold on, 8 problems to solve. Let me just slap a patch on
Yeah,
all these
just-
real quick. We gotta go.
Yeah. Yeah,
Amazing.
no. Finbar stands up, is like, all right, gang, topside, let's go.
You guys
to the
run up
trapdoor.
and you see Elise is climbing up over the railing and just looks at you guys quick and then drops down.
How far
What?
away is she?
You rush over
How-
to what?
How far away is she?
What did you ask me?
How far away?
She's on the
Ooh.
ship, so
Within
she's
90
like, I don't
feet?
know, like, yeah, she's within 90 feet.
Vortex
Oh
warp.
my god.
Oh.
Okay, what is that? It's a save?
DC
Ouch.
16 con save.
Isn't it willing, though? Or no,
She makes the
it's-
save.
it's
Yeah.
a-
It's a 17, and she has a
Dang.
plus modifier, so she's gonna save on that one. She
boy.
resists the vortex warp. You reach out and try to fold space, and you see her red cloak, almost Doctor Strange style, like
Want to
shimmers
break.
and flicks, and she holds in place. She drops down. You guys rush over, and you see there's a spelljammer down there, maybe
Yeah,
like
it's
25
son
feet
of a
long,
bitch.
big
Son of a bitch.
hummingbird wings and a pointed bow.
No.
Stretching out in front of the wings as they move
Yeah.
are making that,
Yeah.
producing that loud
Yes, it
buzzing
is.
noise. You hear from the helm. They would shout, "Hello, I'm very sorry to be taking your friend, but she did call me for a lift."
God damn it!
Damien!
It's
Hello,
Damien.
Kyana, it is good to see you. Captain Virla, as
Good to
always,
see you too.
much respect to you.
All right, y'all.
Elise?
Davion, you are making a mistake. This is just a simple misunderstanding.
David, get your ass
not
over
kidnapping
here!
her, I promise. She has asked me, she has promised to pay me, in fact, and I am sorry, I'm very in need of work. I really cannot be passing up any opportunities right now. So I really hope that this does not leave a sour taste in your mouth, and you think that we are enemies.
I have
nothing but the highest respect for all of
2,600
you,
gold with
except
your
for
name
you.
potentially on it. If you were
No, don't
stopped.
tell him that. Danny said don't tell anyone.
No, don't tell Otto. It's fine.
Oh, is that? Oh, sorry.
No,
No, he's gone.
Finbar's
Alright.
gonna turn to everybody's like,
Elise says, I have the exact same amount from the same job.
Fuck, she's right.
That's more because you didn't buy anything.
Said, ooh, it will backfire
Listen,
on
guys.
us, they all said.
I'm
no,
sorry.
that's not how any of this works. It's
Do
a
whatever
race,
you're
y'all.
gonna do, but I'm going ahead.
She's
I'll see you back in
Kyana,
a
this
second,
is a
okay?
sprint. Get in the helm.
Can I try and
Okay,
jump
here
onto
we
their
go.
ship?
I'm very sorry for you. You're not going to outrun a hummingbird, though. You see, he leans back on 2 levers, and the ship picks up and starts to go. She
How
looks at
far
you,
away?
Finbar. She goes, "I'm really sorry. I love you. I'll see you soon, okay?"
all right.
How
much
far
can I
away?
dash with
They're
the
going
ship?
now. They're gonna go much faster than you guys. Are you trying one more vortex warp?
On Davian this time, not.
What?
Oh no!
If I can, I was
don't
actually
abduct
thinking I
Damien.
could cast Hold Person if he's within 60 feet. So I don't know if that'll do anything.
What's the range on hold person?
It's 60 feet. I
Or
don't know
sorry.
if he's far
What's the
far.
range on vortex? Oh, it's
90
90
feet.
feet. You said for
Yeah.
vortex warp.
90.
Okay. Real quick. I need this. Okay. He's within range still.
DC 16 con save.
Yeah,
my
okay.
God.
I don't have roll 20 up actually to do this, so I'll just roll right here. Here we go. Spelljammer dice.
Oh,
I
boy.
am gonna need his stat block. Hold on. I'm gonna use stat block.
Oh no.
He's a swashbuckler.
We're commandeering your
I know that.
your
I know
ship
this
for
makes sense,
emotional maturity.
But it'd be so cool if the final boss was Elise, but in a different way. Okay.
Constitution, +1 to this save. That's an 11 + 1 to make 12.
He's got a bard. He's got a bard with him.
You
Elise will
idiot! Now
counterspell.
Davion's with us, and Elise is just gonna take the
Oh
spell.
wait, actually, counterspell. I don't know if she has counter. She's not a Lord Bard, so I don't think she actually pick up counterspell, can she?
Or can she give
not
him
on
bardic
Bard list.
inspiration on the
It's not a
roll?
bard spell.
That's true. She could give bardic inspiration on the roll. I'm gonna allow it. I'm gonna allow it.
All right,
I'm gonna
all right,
roll.
entirely fair.
She gets
Thanks,
She
DM.
gets a D8. It's at 12. So what's your DC? 16?
16. So
Yeah.
you just gotta add 4 or more.
50-50 shot.
Or higher.
50-50 shot. Here we go. That's a 7.
Ooh.
Oh.
You're making a mistake. This is not how you process grief. You just have to hit things.
I don't know if you can see it. It's down there. I'm trying to show you.
Oh boy.
Thank you, players, for rules
You're
allowing me. You go to Vortex Warp, and he holds fast on her command. Stay right there.
I'm gonna kill you,
See again soon,
Damien.
okay?
Don't
I'm
kill
very
Damien.
sorry. I promise I hold you no ill will, except for you. You're very mean to me.
I'm getting in the helm. We're dashing this baby.
You go jump into the helm, Kyana, and full steam ahead. The point of the hummingbird is that it can really only hold. It doesn't even have beds, right? It's like, you know, the ship in Treasure Planet that they sail in outside of the ship,
The
like,
little
little
skiff
one.
thing.
Yeah, the skiff.
Solar
It's
sail,
like
I
a
don't know.
skiff.
Yeah.
That's the hummingbird, right? So it's wicked
Yeah.
fast, but it's not good for long travel. But you begin chasing it down.
did
Fortunately,
you get here?
you are approaching the planar portal. You see, just as they pull out of sight, Finbar, you know from the constellations that you are approaching the entrance to the Beastlands. They have a head start, but not by much.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
If she grabs the guide, we're gonna be in deeper trouble. So we should probably go find Athos as quickly as possible.
Oh, okay.
Through the portal.
You,
Make the way
Kyana,
forward.
with your monk double speed, you can't dash for super long, otherwise you start, risking exhaustion. But as fast as you
Yeah,
can, picking it up and slowing it down with your, innate astral abilities and your physical hardiness now, aiding you a little bit, you dash. A wake begins to pick up after you a little bit. Nothing like the hummingbird left, but not inconsiderable. You see an emerald green ring with water pouring into it just ahead.
Ooh.
And the ship, nearly skipping over it at full speed, crests and then plummets down. Darkness. And then heat. The ship emerges into a huge raging river, the sound of rapids around you, and above you, hanging perfectly in the center of the sky like midday, a sun beating down on you. It is hot immediately. For Dani, it's okay, but we're talking like,
nice.
Midday in Serengeti hot.
I already hate this.
Finally, a
In
planet
fact,
like.
all around you see you're in the middle. The river runs through almost savanna-like. There's trees that kind of line the banks here where there's more moisture, but beyond that, just like sweeping plains of golden grasses of all different varieties. These beautiful clouds, maybe more beautiful than you've seen anywhere else, float through the sky. In the air, you see all manner of birds flying around on the water's edge. You catch a glimpse. There's spoonbills feeding here, and a kingfisher flies past your ship. Fish are jumping out of the water. You see there's a bear on one side of it. I know bears don't typically live in Serengeti, but that's the great thing about the Beastlands. You see
bear has
is
to
on
be
one
miserable.
side.
So hot.
Like playing in the water. There's just immediately insects start to teem. You hear the buzz of cicadas. There is just life abundant here. Welcome to the happy hunting grounds, known as the Beastlands. Finbar, you know that this portal brings you not far from the only pitiful excuse for a civilization that exists here, the outpost town of Signpost. Yeah, it's called Signpost.
Outpost of Signpost.
The sort of,
Yeah.
which so named because that's the only consistent thing about it, is there's just a signpost. And as you're actually not far, you can sail in. There's no dock, so you'll have to moor the ship, or not moor. You'll have to like anchor the ship and then like get out on like find a way, like drop another ship or like teleport or like fly or swim over to the town. There's no
ladder,
docks
right?
here. You do have a rope ladder, yeah. Kiana, you could get down on the water. It's boots of water walking
this
make
is
it
so
possible,
weird.
but there's all these waves, so you're like constantly like kind of like fumbling around to try and do it. But
This is so cool.
you could bring the rope ladder over, and yeah, if you guys want to disembark,
Yeah, I'm just gonna
you
throw...
make your way down.
Danny's in the engine room, like, overclocking and, like, frustrated that we got here so slowly. Just chucks a wrench at the motive force generator, like, God damn it!
Are we getting
Roll a
one
D-
more lucky
roll.
bolt?
What did I have you roll
know
last time? A
exactly.
D6 or a D20?
Last time you
Let's
rolled
do
a
six.
D6.
D6. Roll a D6.
2.
No.
Aw.
Climb, climb,
rooting
climb,
for
climb,
this.
climb. You guys make your way carefully down the rope ladder, and you see in front of you, yeah, town that is like 4 buildings. We're talking like, picture like classic spaghetti western town, but it's just like these like horrible log cabins that have kind of been stitched together, and already you can see lichen has overtaken most surfaces on all of these things. There's grasses growing out from between the cracks. Just what this town that they're trying to maintain here is constantly being overrun. The jungle is constantly being let in, no matter what they do. In the center of the town, just a big post, a barely shaved down tree, rough bark still on the edges, and haphazardly roped to it with sinew. It's just a big sign that reads signpost.
Fantastic.
Signpost the outpost.
So what's this
Love the
guy
energy
that
of
you
this
find?
place.
Tracker was a guide.
Yeah. Athos is his name. You can't miss him. A giant dude, lion.
Do we see the hummingbird?
No, nowhere in sight.
Alright. Hopefully she didn't get to him too quickly, otherwise we're gonna have to find another guide, and I don't really trust anybody else out here. So
You guys make your way through. You see there's one of the Elven Whites, the like elk dudes. So these just like a big elk guy hanging out, just like he's got like a water pouch, sipping it and watching you, like leaning on a railing as you walk past. There's like a were rat guy who's kind of like sitting in the shade. He's currently like making arrows, like wrapping sinews around to like refresh a quiver. Yeah, you kind of step through. It's really dusty here. They keep pulling up grass to prevent the town from being overtaken, and so it's just this horrible dusty path.
I'm gonna re-angle my shawl so it looks more like a poncho. Just feels right.
Wow, wow,
Yeah.
wow, wow.
I'll put a dent
should
in
we
my
ask
wizard
someone
hat
for
to act
directions?
more like a Stetson.
that's really cool.
Did Dani
Yes.
any cowboy attire?
Cowboy attire?
We already
You have a
had-
gun.
Well, I have my
The
trench
train
coat,
has-
so I just like throw that on over. So,
And you've got the
put
the
some
Spitfire,
bolts in my
so-
in my
Yeah.
boots, and I have the Spitfire on my side holster. Like, Danny is full cowboy. Finbar, can I buy a hat anywhere around here?
I'm sure we can get you a hat.
You look around. There's like nothing seems to be open. There's just these two guys. Finbar,
Should we ask one of them for direction?
You guys don't kind of stick out like sore thumbs. Don't really cut a very stealthy figure, so to speak. So it's about now that Finbar, you hear from kind of behind you. You realize from behind one of the buildings, a voice calls out. You hear,
Finbar Broussard de Chess. Last time I saw you, I told you to crawl back to that pitiful excuse for a forest you call the Feywild. What brings you back to my jungle?
you see walking around the house this massive lion dude, big mane, shirtless, got a sword strapped to his back, taller, about as tall as Virla, but wider, broader than Finbar. This dude walks out and stands like 30 feet down the street, if you could call it a street from you, Finbar. Stretches a hand with all the claws extended and cracks the knuckles.
Oh, this guy's so cool.
I'm going to immediately point at him and say, Athos. I'm gonna dash, and I'm going to attempt to grapple him.
Yeah, go for it. Go for it. Make an athletics check.
This is the least
not
concerning
raging
thing
yet.
that has happened to us all day.
Yeah, honestly, this is so relaxing.
Feels right.
17.
Natural 20 plus 8.
No!
Oh, Finbar knew he was gonna lose this.
You guys have seen Finbar carry like hugely. He moves the stove yesterday or the other day.
Yeah.
He goes in and this lion grabs him, pushes his head down, grabs him by the ankle, and lifts him up. Finbar's taller than him, so he's got the arm up in the air holding Finbar. Do you yield?
I yield. It's nice to see you.
Good man. Puts you down, puts an arm down, brings you up, and then does like the warrior, tough guy, like hand grasp.
Yeah.
It's been some time.
Testosterone.
What brings you back
It's been
here, Finbar?
too damn long. Yeah.
Guy's so cool.
Where's your pride? Who are these new ones running with you?
This is the new one. You know, it's been a while. I went out to Sigil, got my, finished the whole thing with the chef's guild. I was a chef for a little bit. Now I'm running with them. They're all really cool. Guys, get over here. Get over here.
Yes, let's go over. Let's meet the tiger man.
Indeed,
Bye,
let
Hello.
me praise this fresh stock you bring to my world.
Oh boy.
This over here is Kyana. This is just as strong as me, maybe even stronger.
Kyana,
Quite the fighter.
a fighter. You carry no weapon,
little.
though.
Oh, I have these. Astrolars.
Oh,
Big
you
claws.
fight with but fists?
Yeah.
You must
It's more
be
sporting that way.
ferocious.
Aw, thank you.
You will
You're
do well
ferocious
here.
too.
He puts a huge paw on you and gives you like a clap on the back.
Oh, this is the best day ever.
And
then
what
we
are
got-
you little? He moves to Dani. And you little one.
Danny's like
What
lighting a
about-
cigarette. Oh, Danny.
Careful with fire here, little one. It burns with a life of its own.
It used to be blue, like yesterday. Sort of a new development. It was returned to an old development. It's whatever.
Is this a reference to you being sad? I don't follow.
No, it's very literal. I don't make a lot of references.
Me neither. Wish I get along. Punches you in the arm. And then he moves to Virla. He looks at you. He stops. Looks at you like head to toe, back up the head. Says, "And you, what are you made of?"
Various metals.
I meant that metaphorically. I'm familiar with metal. Thank you very much. Taps the sword on his back.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Say the line.
I'm
Say the
afraid you
line.
won't live, but the rest of you.
No, that's fair. Viola is not very chaotic.
The rest of you may yet stand a chance here. It'll be interesting to see. I take it if you stop by a cesspit like this that you were in need of some guidance, Finbar.
Well, you know how it is. The Astral Sea dumps everyone in one place, and that's right here. But I'm
What a
afraid,
pity. There's so much of the world to see.
hopefully we get to some of the fun parts out here.
Hey, could I give you a tour to the Grove of the Unicorn? It's been a long way since
sounds
long time
like
since I've
fun.
hiked that way.
But just to make it a little more interesting, we got a little bit of a race going on. We got to get to the second layer down over here. I'm sure you can find the portal.
Rocks.
Remember Elise?
Of course.
Well, long story short, we're dating again. We're kind of going through a thing. I just got to beat her to the second layer, and everything will be all right.
Excellent. Healthy competition is vital for any relationship.
This guy gets it.
I think we
I
understand
do not
each
know
other.
if this guy gets
I'm
it.
learning so many life lessons today.
This guy gets it. I like this guy.
Aye. Well then, if it's a race, even if it is to the world of Brooks, I suppose there's no more time to waste. You see, he reaches into a pouch on his pants, pulls out a compass that he flicks open. The needle spins and spins and spins, and then orients itself, closes it.
We have a heading. Are you ready and willing to make a trek into the Beastlands?
Yes?
Always.
Everybody
Are we leaving
stand
the
here.
ship behind?
Are we?
Yeah.
Bring a ship. Curious. We could travel by river, see how far it takes us.
It flies.
Yes, it also
Well, you
flies.
certainly don't want to fly here. The sky belongs to the sky beasts.
What's the fastest
And
way
the
to
storm
get where we're
giants,
going?
obviously.
The what?
You know, and the Mortai as well. Nothing to worry about there. We can take the river as far as it leads us. Who knows? Perhaps we'll even be close enough we can moor your boat and drag it. Oh, it flies. Well, perhaps it'd be a big enough portal to sail through then.
Is it
That
fastest
would
to
be good,
travel
yeah.
via boat, or is there another faster method that we're overlooking? Because we're not exactly local here.
You're not
It's
much
not
for
the bio-
cross-country running, are you?
I am.
Oh, you'll do well here. The rest of you,
I'm
then I
not
suppose a
very fast.
boat is very well enough, even though it sort of feels like cheating. Alright. Shall we be underway then?
Yeah.
I guess
Let's
we could
get
take
this
the
guy in a
boat.
room with Enoch. I want to know what happened.
I'm worried that if we take the Spelljammer, we're gonna have to leave it outside of the portal or something in a place that is constantly changing.
Yeah.
And I do not want our
Here's
boat
the
left
thing.
to the devices of the wild.
It's safer to leave the boat at Signpost. Yes, it's faster if we take the river. Yes.
What if we didn't
but
take
we'll
our
probably,
boat down the river?
Could we get a boat down the river?
Like a raft. Or we could steal a Spelljammer. Both are valid options, I feel like.
If we
Spelljammers
need-
are few and far between here.
Now I'm
need
a
to
little
find
worried
the
someone might
hummingbird
steal our
to steal it.
Spelljammer.
Ooh. Can we like lock it up?
I'll leave plug
Put
on board.
Just
plug
simply,
on the. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
If
got
it
a
is
park.
stolen,
It's
then
got a
it
park
is yet
function.
another challenge to retrieve it.
Oh come on, man.
I'm trying to suck up to this guy.
Perhaps you will survive for a while yet.
Giving Virla the most like incredulous look from behind the guy's back, like, what the fuck are
Yeah.
you talking about?
Oh yeah.
Have
Virla,
you-
notoriously chill about damage or loss to the Spelljammer.
Jabs a big claw in your chest, Virla. He goes, "Perhaps I underestimated you. You might last as long as 3-4 hours here."
No, we haven't met an NPC that disliked Virla but liked everyone else. He's feeling left out.
Welcome to my
Dislike
world,
you?
bucko.
You seem perfectly pleasant. You'll just die painfully.
Yeah. See, it's nothing personal.
Regardless, we are guests in this plane. We will take whatever is fastest.
Yes.
Boat or no boat.
Yeah, let's do it.
Preferably faster so that we can get back to the boat as soon as possible.
Aye.
But I'm super chill about it. Don't worry.
Then your boat won't be. We have a heading.
Bull. Yes.
Perfect. I've been meaning to get out of Signpost for some time. Come, you run with me. Danger surely lies ahead. Let us see which of you survive.
Woo!
Boy.
And I think that's where we're gonna go ahead and end the episode.
I knew it.
Okay.
Two-parter finale, baby.
Oh my goodness. Wow, this episode went through a roller coaster.
I'm gonna keep throwing stuff at the ship until you let me make another wild magic surge. It's happening.
I'm aware.
Someday.
All right.
One of these days you're gonna shoot it with your Spitfire and
It does necrotic
it's gonna
damage now.
actually.
It doesn't do force anymore.
Does that not?
Because I modded it with a Topaz Dragon Scale, and now it does necrotic damage.
Who knows what
I
sort
wish
of
we had time for a
reactions it
short
could
rest
have.
before getting into here. Then we
Holy
could.
crap.
I could attune to the scarf, but that's all right.
So much ground to cover in the next episode.
Ooh. Oh yeah.
Everyone
Yeah,
goes to
you guys
critical
gotta get the
counseling.
fruit.
So much.
Gotta do the competition. We'll see, but
I still think that the
I'll
Idiot
figure out
Trio
what the
should
far.
enter the competition because now I feel like we've got a pretty good shot at winning. That the two main contenders are in a series of arguments.
Well, now
I'm
but
feeling
I don't
good
know
about
what
it.
I would do with a wish, and
The
that's
secret-
a lot of pressure.
Secret post-credit scene is that the Virla, Dani, and Kyana meet in the one empty room of the Per Aspera, and we're like, all according to plan.
We've
We broke
successfully
them up.
driven them apart.
Yep.
After all, a house
It's like a
divided
reverse
cannot
Parent Trap
cook.
situation. You know?
you missed Virla casting a modified memory to make to make Elise believe all of that.
Oh my
Yeah,
god. Good work, team. Well, thank you guys for joining us. Part 2 for the finale next
Yeah.
week.
Yeah.
Two-part
Join us.
finale.
Yes.
That's the
I'm
surprise,
loving
y'all.
this.
Run
I'm
into
loving this
Wastelands,
end
let's
event
go.
thing. We got a Ratatouille hero.
Yeah, we got a rat.
Got a Ratatouille.
We
here.
gotta make them go
cannot
through a
wait.
Ratatouille.
Audience, I need you to know that that there's an episode of Great British Bake Off where somebody uses the flavor combination of peanut butter and jelly, but it's nowhere near as common in the UK, and the judges are all like, what an unusual combination, I'm not sure I like it, and they like docked her points for it, and I think she got
Oh my
eliminated
God.
that week, and I was like, you wouldn't last a day in the colonies, and you know it.
I wasn't kidding about
Oh,
peanut
wow.
butter and chili crisp. It actually goes together quite nicely. It's like I use it as a sauce on noodles, but like.
Of course.
I feel like with Virla's precision, he'd actually be better at
Don't look
baking. So
incredulous
I'm
at
now
me.
imagining like an Amari Gauchon, or however you spell his name, the guy
Yeah,
who does like
chocolate
these really
guy.
intricate pastries. Yeah,
Yeah.
Or
that's what I'm
his
imagining.
official title, that fucking chocolate guy.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I feel like Virla would be like, I've got the precise temperature and barometer in the kitchen just because that all has effects, and it's just like,
Yeah.
conditions are perfect. Commencing Project Sourdough.
Also,
Oh
fun
my God.
Easter egg, by the way. First, I want to thank my friend, my best friend, my oldest friend Kyle, who Athos is his PC. I was like, "Can I borrow him?" And he's a fan
Oh,
of the
that's
show.
great.
He listens, and I was like, "Can I borrow him?" He was like, "Hell yeah!" And the compass that finds portals to the Beastlands was a magic item that Wally made and awarded him. So
Yes.
Whoa!
We had a
that
separate
compass
campaign,
is also
so-
eerily similar to the compass in Pirates of the Caribbean at World's End.
it's very similar. It doesn't find what you want most though. It finds portals, which is why it's useful.
Kyle, A
because
plus
otherwise
PC.
you just
Excellent.
guessing.
But thank you guys for joining us. We'll be back next week, wrapping this
Yeah.
producer mode, flipping on. This has been great, but we all got to stop recording and get back to our daily lives. And for the love of God, turn an AC
Yeah, get
unit
to bed.
on, because I'm
Oh
dying.
my god, it's so
Yeah.
hot. It's a heat
All
wave.
right.
Hit
Tune
All
in
right.
next time for the grand finale.
Farewell.
Next time we will see you in the Beastlands.
Rawr.
Yeah.
Take care.
Meet me in the Beastland.
Hi, I'm Sophia, aka Dani, and thank you for listening to this week's episode of Rolling with Difficulty. If you have any questions for the show, feel free to tweet at us, hit us up on Instagram, or email the program directly at rollwithdifficulty@gmail.com. Rolling with Difficulty is now available on YouTube. Check out our video offerings for battle maps alongside the regular uploads, and if you enjoyed the show, please rate us and leave a review on your preferred podcast platform, or comment on YouTube. And we'll catch you next week for another adventure.